I got opening stuff anyways.
Oh, wait. Well, you better start saying it because we're live.
Oh, we're live.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Hello, world.
Yeah. What were you going to say,
world.
Hello,
I was going to say, for someone who's really struggling to get into campaign 3 again, I'm rocking a Critical Role shirt.
I mean, I'm like a little phased out from Critical Role. I'm for sure phased out of Critical Role, actually, but I'm also wearing a Critical Role shirt. That is
so welcome to our stream.
Yeah,
right.
Hi.
Which is not Critical Role.
Yes.
We just have slightly less of a budget.
The good and the bad of that.
Welcome back to DM After Dark. Oh, gosh. What'd you say?
Amber coming in hot.
Lower production value.
Yeah, a little bit lower.
Yes, exactly.
Little bit lower.
Slightly. Couple bucks.
We are
hi, guys.
Saraless.
Yes, we are Saraless.
Captain Red
but
has scurvy.
Amber, yeah, I was thinking like maybe the captain's just sick in the back.
When the captain's
for some
away,
reason.
the crew will play.
The captain's seasick. Oh, shit.
I was going to say, well, like, she did not say she was a good pirate. You know?
That's true.
That's fair. She just killed the former captain.
Yeah.
Who knows what she knows
like,
about
who
sailing?
Can steer this.
Yeah. Salty Bob. That's why Salty Bob is
Salty
there.
Bob.
Yeah. So guys, we are playing session 2 of Honor and Intrigue. If you haven't caught it yet. No, so this is session 2. We had session 0, and then last session was session 1. We don't have Sarah today, and no Troy probably for this game. He is studying for some of his big upcoming exams that are coming.
He a big boy.
Good luck, Troy.
Yeah,
Busy
good luck,
boy.
Troy.
Luck, Troy.
And we also have just a sick ass lightning storm occurring over most of us right now. So
connectivity issues may occur.
If that happens, we'll be back. Baby.
Yeah. Also, if I'm a little twitchy, it's probably because of like lightning or thunder if I keep looking away. Something loud noise. We wanted to say thank you to Chris Rutkowski,
the
creator of Honor and
Intrigue.
Intrigue. Yes. The creator of Honor and Intrigue reached out to us. We are so excited. I am so grateful that he checked out our show and
incredible.
Gave us some comments. He let us know that they are like updating the PDF. They recently came out with an update to it. So it's cool that they're still kind of keeping up with it and always improving it. So if you have an old version, feel free to download like the new version, and they have updates. They also have 2 companions that just came out. I didn't get to check out the new dueling styles, but I did check out.
There are so many. It's
the dueling
really
style
cool.
book is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
It is really, really cool.
I was actually thinking, so I didn't check out that one, but I checked out Intriguing Options, what I also thought was really cool. There's like just a bunch of tables to help you kind of set up your adventure and come up with ideas. There's also like optional game rules and improvements on like chase scenes and things like that. So
I was
cool
tempted,
stuff.
but for the sake of our simplicity, I noticed that there was like a rule for hammers in the new one. Like if you wanted to use a hammer. Yeah. So it says it does as much damage as an axe. And
perfect.
if you wield a hammer, you can use any axe maneuver style or like fighting style.
Shit, that's literally perfect for you. You should take it.
Yeah. So I was like, oh man, like now I kind of want Bowden to have cool like hammer swinging styles.
Yeah, you should. Feel free to switch it up.
Well, yeah, I'll
I think
take
you
a
just
look
had
again.
grappling stuff before, right?
Yeah, I have grapple, and then I have choke, and it's called choke and crush, which worked out for me pretty well last session though. So I might just keep it because he's got them big old carpenter forearms. So.
Although speaking of, I was gonna say I forgot to do this last session, but everyone actually including Amber, that's fine, gets 5 advancement points
Oh,
last session. So I don't know if that will amount to anything.
We get 5 advancement points?
But
Sweet.
maybe. Yeah, so you should have 5 advancement points and then any bonus advancement points for
Yes, I got a fortune point last.
Fortune points, that's what I mean.
So actually, I got to look up
so
because now that I have 6,
I got a fortune point too.
I might be able to use that for an upgrade. I think there's like some.
There's upgrade stuff.
So I'll take a look at that while you do your thing.
Yeah, so I'm planning on 5 advancement points every session, and then maybe bonus more depending on what we do. But there will be at least 5 every session. I don't know if that will equate to anything by the time we get to the end, because I think we've only got like 1 or 2 more sessions left. Yeah.
Oh, the other thing so Epic RPG. So I think Chris is actually in chat with us. Epic.
Oh my God.
Hello, Chris.
Epic
Thank
RPG.
you so much for joining us.
I'm dumb tonight. Volume 2 of Intriguing Options, Blasters, and Intrigue is coming pretty soon. So there you go.
That sounds awesome.
That's awesome.
Sunday
you know what's
Mead,
funny
what's up,
is
yo? Zach P, what's up? Hello.
You know what's funny? Ray, how's it going? Yeah. I don't think any of us took a gun. I don't think any of us took a flintlock, which is really surprising.
You know that if Troy was here, he would have.
100%.
Like 100%, or like a secret one.
Especially because in the dueling book, there are stuff for like gun styles. So Troy would have had that for sure.
I was 100%
gun style Glock.
I was 100% expecting Troy to take a gun.
Yeah, no, gun style hidden Glock. The
surprise Glock.
Yes.
Crouching Tiger, hidden Glock.
That is Troy. That should be Troy's name.
Chris, thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully we don't ruin your game. Thanks for watching.
This will never be as bad as what we did for
Grandma Club. This is a game that encourages our style of fuckery, unlike Avatar, which we...
Yes, that's okay.
That's true. This has been a pretty clean game so far. And I didn't do... Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, Jess,
I'm here now. Don't worry about that.
You are our self-proclaimed the newbiest of the GMs, right? So, I mean, it's understandable. Don't be nervous. We're going to have a great time. We're leaning into the swashbuckling.
There were 3 Team Wholesomes in the last session. The odds were skewed. Now we're 50-50.
Very skewed odds.
That's true. That's true.
Are we counting Christian as 1.5? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but see, I'm still like I'm just playing as usual.
Jess is wholesome. You're wholesome and Sarah's.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm
playing a different flavor of asshole this time, but still an asshole.
You know, he hasn't been an asshole yet, though.
There's nothing worse than a reformed asshole, though.
He's a reformed.
That's true. He's a bit pretentious.
To bring this back to the game mechanics real quick, Jess, if it's okay with you, I'm going to use my 5 advancement points. Bowden got stabbed last session because he's not good at defending himself. He's a big lumbering kind of, he's a carpenter. You know what I mean? He got stabbed. He did not feel good about that. And it is 5 points to raise a combat ability from -1 to 0.
Okay.
I'm gonna triple check the rules. Chris is also obviously in chat. But if I can just do that, it says in between sessions of play. Mm-hmm. So I think that now that I'm on the ship, I've taken some time to heal, and I think that Bowden's like, hey, I'd rather not get stabbed. Can someone teach me how to like parry with a hammer or
so what page are you finding that too, by the way, Randy? Because I just want to look.
So I'm on page 62 of the main book, and I am so to raise a combat ability from -1 to 0, because Bowden's defense was -1. The whole point was he's got a peg leg. He can't really defend himself. If you get close, he's going to choke you or die. He doesn't like that idea anymore. So Chris says it's up to the GM if we've had enough downtime.
You will actually, because we're going to be on a ship for
a little bit,
some time that we're mostly skipping through ish.
Okay. So but for the most part,
you will have time. So I would say, upgrade it.
So I'm going to I'm going to get rid of my -1 to defense.
And look at that. You are going to be taught by Spain famous duelist, John Marie.
And
John Maria,
I'm also going to do the same thing. I'm going to raise my ranged from -1 to 0. So I'm going to take some time. Maybe Bowden, we'll do a trade. Bowden can help me, teach me how to throw some stuff.
You know what it is? I actually have terrible. Oh no, my ranged is 2 because I have a crossbow. Yeah. So which I learned when I was in the French.
I was going to say, Granny can also teach you how to.
Whoa.
Can she now? Interesting.
We're gonna have to talk about Granny. We're
gonna talk about Granny.
I was going to say she's got quite a name.
Yeah. So we spent some downtime on the ship during its travels here. Then, and you know what I'll do is we'll say Bowden basically. He like rigs with his carpentry, like he makes a couple from like barrels. He takes the top off and he like makes bullseyes on them.
Yeah.
And what he does is he like cuts holes in it and he like hangs it from rigging. And what he does is he like swings them back and forth and he's like,
perfect.
Okay, Sean, hit him.
Perfect.
And like,
That's awesome.
and he just like, and he hits one with a
awesome.
crossbow as it's like swinging across, and he's like, "Your turn."
That's awesome.
So
I love it.
So Jean actually takes chalk and draws a big circle like on the deck,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like you have to get in the circle with him, and then he teaches you actually like because the Spanish style, from what I read in the book, is all about like actually they'll move in a circle and sidestep things and everything like that. So it's all angles. So he's teaching. He spends time and he's like, all right, attack me, and then he like steps to the side and like whacks you in the back with, and so he like you learn painfully, but you learn because he'll be like, no, this is what you did wrong every single time, and then like if you do it wrong again, it's like a little harder the next time he whacks you, and so little by little, he teaches you.
Yeah, just enough that I mostly learn to use those angles. And angle, you know what? Angles make sense. As a carpenter, I'm like, okay.
Carpenter says footwork with only one foot. So it really, literally, or it could be peg work, pegging.
I don't know, pegging? No, we're not doing that. That's not what I use this leg for.
Really?
You know
yes, what? I haven't even had to do anything, and the chaos has begun.
I ran a clean game.
Welcome.
Sailed.
Jess, this is what I go through. When
I know.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Maybe you teach an old dog new tricks with Bowden, and he does a little pirouette, like he does a little spin on his peg leg.
Oh God. Oh God.
Graceful.
Wow.
Also, just wanted to say it's been like 2 weeks. I've read this PDF, but I think I've forgotten almost everything.
It's okay. We'll make it happen.
That's okay.
We literally have a creator right here, so it doesn't matter.
It's true. Yeah. It's true.
Right.
So this is a first.
This is a DM's After Dark first. Yes, exactly.
That's true. This is
unpaid labor. Just exploiting the creator here.
It's what we're all here for.
All right, you guys. Go ahead.
We should say, I mean, like that is like we are so thankful.
Yeah,
Chris,
it is. It's really
thank you for joining us in chat.
Yeah.
We, this game is so flavorful, and we talked about it a little bit in the session 0, where like it's a great balance of crunch because you have all of these character options, and then the rules not getting in the way of gameplay. So like, Jess, we know the main mechanics. We can make it work. We're gonna, and it's all about leaning into that swashbuckling story.
But also, swashbuckling story. Things we talk about a lot of times in our podcast is that games, the greatest thing that happens for a game is that when it's rules like that complement the genre.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this is a perfect example of that because it's a really simple, fast rule system. It's an easy mechanic. The fortune points add to it and encourage you to do like dumb or swashbuckly things, cool things, which is like, if you're going to, and I'll say this over and over again, like those sort of meta currencies in games like fortune points are important for those sorts of games. I love them because typically players don't want to take the risk, right? Because they don't want to look foolish. We have these inbred thing in our minds that we don't want to look foolish. But doing crazy things is part of swashbuckling. If you're not doing that, you're not doing it right. So to have like a mechanic that says like, hey, go and, do the dumb thing and we're going to give you a point. Call out your enemy in a mansion full of his friends and literally his own house. Yeah. You're going to get a fortun point for that. It's perfect.
So glad you did that. Glad you did that.
I will always play my character like a stolen car. Yeah.
Yeah. That meta currencies is still on the list for our modified roles episodes. And this game will definitely be talked about in that episode.
One of my favorite things in RPGs is
it's a very good design. Yeah. Anyway, Jess, I'm sorry. Continue.
No, it's fine. Are we ready? Do we want to get into it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, we got to find out how Amber gets in here. So,
I think you guys have already given me that opening. So, last time we played, Sarah's character through a old contact of hers met with British intelligence, Captain Lasnor, who informed you of a French ship that had gone missing some time ago, carrying tons and tons of gold. The British wanted to keep it away from France and Spain, so they have hired on pirates to obtain the map that was currently under Spanish possession. You guys made your way over to a lavish Spanish villa where there was kind of a small soiree going on before the ship was supposedly going to head out. Basically, you guys came to find out that this villa was owned by a former acquaintance of John Marie, a countessa who he had slept with, which the count was not so happy about.
Give the man more credit. He romanced her.
Romanced her. That's true. Fair.
It was very romantic.
Uh-huh. One of his last, I think. Conquests?
It was the last one.
It was the last one. Yeah. He had a duel with the count in his former life and let the count live.
It was literally
never forgot.
It was in the middle of the duel when Jean was literally like, what am I doing? And was good enough to just be like, disarm and just like walk away and not, kill the guy. And just was like, I don't want to be part of this anymore. I'm being a horrible person and I don't want to kill any more people. I don't want to sleep with any more people's wives. I'm going to go find God. And that's what he did.
I'm going to go.
And that is what he did. Yes.
No.
You guys were in this soiree. Bowden was just kind of topping around, trying to get into the house, not doing so well.
Dude, I struggled. Bowden struggled.
Not doing so well, but he did manage to find out that there was another party here that was also trying to obtain the map. He overheard some of their plan and that they were making a move towards the map. So Bowden managed to get in, cause some sort of alarm and distraction to let people know what was going on. Then Jean Maria called out the count and announced his presence. And they began their somewhat epic duel.
Slow dueling in a burning villa? Come on.
Yep.
Yeah. But Jean-Marie drew his sword and did not make a single attack. Not a single attack. Instead, he broke him down with his words
kindness and Bible quotes.
And Bible quotes, yes.
That can break down anyone if you're just persistent enough that you're like, oh my God, please kill me. Like, just stop. Bible. Rather be dead.
Bowden managed to hold off the other party for the most part. While
literally with my grappling.
Yes. Captain Red managed to find the map, which actually turned out to be an old woman traveling with her granddaughter.
We haven't found out yet, but I strongly suspect her name is Dora.
Which one? The old woman?
I'm the map.
I know. Her name is not Dora. Her name is actually Marisa.
Marisa. Okay, write it down.
I just got weird deja vu.
Was it Marisa?
It's Marisa, yes.
Marisa?
Okay. I'm putting her under friends already because Bowden.
Is she friends? Or is she?
Really? Hopefully.
Oh my.
Listen, we're us old folks.
Bowden
it's never too late to find new love. You know?
I mean,
that's true. We've proven that before on our streams.
She seems to be quite a. Oh God. You guys managed to escape away as the villa burned down. I think everyone got out.
Yes.
The Count is very unhappy. The other party, Mallory Gibson, is also very unhappy. And she's probably the last thing that Bowden saw as your ship was sailing away with.
Yes, she cut her hand or something like that, right? Like I caught her doing some kind of...
she drew a dagger and dropped some blood into the earth. And you get the hint that maybe something supernatural is going on. And you get the feeling that you're heading in the right direction that you personally want.
You're like a witch!
Cool. Yeah, I mean, any kind of supernatural thing like that would definitely have Bowden's attention. And, good or bad, it doesn't matter. He needs proof that these things exist.
And one quick more clarification, Jess, because we had talked before about one of my many drawbacks or flaws, which is hopeless romantic. Mm-hmm. My character's many drawbacks or flaws, I should say.
The granddaughter.
I also personally have many drawbacks, but we're talking about John right now. And he, sorry. Is he falling in love with the granddaughter, or is am I gonna mess it up somehow with someone else? What?
It's your call.
No, it's actually yours.
I will introduce many people who
your call.
Your attention will be drawn to. She is one that your attention is drawn to. The grandma is also your attention is drawn to. Mallory is also
love
someone.
Triangle.
No,
Mallory is also someone.
Yeah, hedge your bets.
Mallory also seems pretty cool. She's out there.
Yeah,
Mallory does not seem cool.
I think Mallory's the one, but John hasn't met her yet. That's the problem.
You've seen her though. She came into the room and you saw her and Bowden
she has a belly.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
sorry, Jess.
Yeah, so we finished the last session aboard the boat with Granny for the win for sure. I actually wrote down in the forensic context, I wrote Marissa, old map Granny.
Map
so yeah,
Gilf.
we did sail off map Gilf.
Gilf? Oh my god.
Granny, I'd like to.
Granny, I'd like to find treasure with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Good job, Rainey.
Good job, Rainey.
I approve.
So I covered Two Tooth's eyes when she dropped her robe to display her back tattoo of the map. How far away roughly is it? I know you said there's enough downtime for us to practice these fighting skills and whatnot, but just as an idea.
It's pretty far. Talking to the grandma, she's the one who, while you guys are traveling, you ask her maybe about how long it'll take. It's about 2 to 3 weeks.
Wow.
Of travel, maybe even a month, depending on the wind and things like that, and the weather and things like that. As you guys are traveling, the grandma kind of just she is on the boat. She kind of just has some sort of weird sense of where she's going, and she just tells whoever is manning the wheel, just east a little bit, or by so many degrees, west a little bit by so many degrees, north. She kind of just strangely directs the boat.
Ken Bowden, for multiple reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I think that yes, he's learning from Jean. If we have a couple of weeks, we talked about how a couple of weeks to a month to get there. We talked last session about how Jean is kind of a stranger on this ship, but pirates are pirates, and if you can prove your worth, you're welcome, kind of thing. And he clearly proved his worth last time with some questions. And Bowden always kind of knew he could take care of himself, and he knew there was more to Jean. So I think that
he notes some interesting things.
Yeah, I do want to have a conversation with Christian later about that, but I think that his attention on the boat is a little distracted by Granny. Can he? I have -1 flair. I don't think Bowden's the type to approach her to talk, but I would like to kind of see if there's any kind of. Can I gauge how she's doing this? If it seems like she has some kind of preternatural, way of doing this kind of thing.
Yeah, sure. Make me it's either a savvy check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or probably some sort of perception check.
Yeah, I'm looking at the, I think it would definitely be savvy under the qualities. I don't think I have any careers that would help whatsoever here. So it's just gonna be that 2d6 plus my savvy. Right, here goes.
Correct. What does obsession give you? That's your flaw though, right?
It is a flaw, yeah. I actually have a penalty die in the presence of my obsession. But only if I'm trying to ignore it. And in this case, if I believe this has something to do with my obsession, I'm specifically not avoiding it. Actually, now that you say this, and I get a seeking I get a fortune point if it causes issues, which it did last time. Okay, yeah, I think that I don't have any penalty dice as far as I can tell, or bonuses. So in that case, I did get a 5 and a 4 plus my 3 on savvy is a 12.
Oh, okay. You for sure succeed. I'm going to note that a little bit for later, but I just remember that roll for me.
Yeah, I think, and you know what we can do? We can use this as for the rest of my rolls. If you have me make any, I will take the penalty die because I'm distracted by Marissa.
Okay.
Marissa.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
So I just want to backtrack a little bit because the boat sets off. So I'm going to remember that for later. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. The boat sets off. Bowden, that is the last thing you see is kind of Mal on the cliffside doing her weird thing. The boat sets off for some time. There's wind in the air. It's a beautiful day. You guys are setting out for, adventure and the promise of new things to come. People are very excited. The grandma is particularly excited. You can tell that she feels free. She's kind of on the boat. She knows kind of exactly what she's doing. Her granddaughter has never been, you can tell that she's not been on a boat quite often. She is for sure seasick. She is getting used to having sea legs. She is having trouble. But as you guys are kind of sailing away, one of the first things that you do notice after some distance away from the land, and it's just straight sea, you notice in the far distance behind you, there is a boat that appears and is taking you.
Yeah. Well, we knew we weren't the only ones chasing down this thing. Oh,
Yes.
that's a bummer because now that we have the map, they can just follow us. We have to lose them.
You wait for some time. They don't close any distance. They don't kind of disappear. They seem to be keeping like a steady distance away from you.
Dun, 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 dun.
Salty Bob.
One of the things that I was going
They're
to
like only 4 notes.
Yeah, careful with that one.
one of the things that I was going to ask in general was, what are some things that you guys kind of do? Actually, maybe I won't do that again. Early on, as the trip kind of sets out, Granny kind of approaches you all, and she's like, I would like to have a dinner to discuss kind of what is coming ahead, to prepare. I don't know if you have any good cooks here. I don't know if you have any good food, good wine. I have a bit of a fancy taste, so
She's like, I don't got a lot of time to waste on cheap shit.
And unfortunately, we do not have much in the way of fine wines. Actually, let me ask you this, Jess.
I was going to say, you might.
Yeah, Bowden's farmhand item is like grape seeds from my family's vineyard back in France. Would I, you know what? Maybe this is what we say my peg leg does have a bottle of wine.
Nice. The
aging bottle of wine.
I was going to say, I'm going to ask too.
Only one?
Wow.
What'd you say?
One though? Only one though? Like,
she's been saving it.
Are you going to save it for this? Like, if you have only one bottle of your family's wine, you must really like this grandma.
You know what I do? Actually,
you must really like this grandma.
Yeah, it's too soon. It's too soon. But you know what I say? Unfortunately, we do not have great wine available, or the food is pretty simple. We are simple sailors, but I can promise you that if you help us find this place, and you can help me prove to myself that I am not crazy, prove to everyone else here that I am not crazy. And he actually like leans down and like pops his leg off and like lifts, like he's like balancing very precariously and like lifts it up, and like within like the stump part of his leg, like he has like upside down, like so like it goes into like his peg leg. He pulls out, he says like, this is my family's wine. This is a vintage, this is roughly what, 1600s, 1700s?
Correct.
Yeah, so he says something along the lines of like, this is a 1642 Cabernet from my family's vineyards back in France.
Awesome.
I will share this with you if you help me.
She does look actually very intrigued by this wine. She's like, oh, dearie, we will get there for certain. I've been there before, and I will lead us there again.
So I'm just going to ask, I have a career as a courtier, and I have a career as a Don Juan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to make the argument that one of those would let me know how to cook a pretty good meal if I needed to.
Perhaps you cook for your loves.
So a
nice fancy meal.
John
do it.
John
back then, that's really impressive.
be happy to cook.
I was gonna say.
What? You know what you don't get rid of is a really good cook on a ship. Like you always keep like a good cook.
Yep. So all right. So John will be like, Bowden is Bowden is correct. The food is why do I sound like you, damn it? Sorry. Bowden is correct. The food is not quite what we might be used to, but I believe I might be able to make something acceptable for all of us out of it.
Well, I'll have to be the judge of that. I'm afraid only the finest will pass through my mouth. Don't do that, Christian.
Bowden hangs his head in shame.
You may find that just like my friend and his leg here, we are all full of surprises here. And I will go down to the kitchen and I will see what I have to make a good meal for Granny here.
Sure. You go down to the kitchen and you're kind of poking around. And you make me a perception check, please, or a savvy check.
Oh, savvy? I'm not too great at savvy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a 5. So.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's a 6. It's a 6.
It's a 6. Okay.
Yeah,
nope. So you're poking around. You find you can make do. You know you can. You're quite a good cook. You can make do. There's not a whole lot here.
Yeah. Okay. I'll I'll hopefully I can. I'll just like spice it heavily. Yeah.
So. Make me. No, we'll just say you do great. We'll just say you do amazing.
Heavy on the spice.
Heavy. What'd you say? Yes.
I was going to say, we'll just say you do amazing. I'm not going to have you roll for the quality of your food.
Sweet, because I have.
It would be a flair roll, to be fair.
Juan. Oh,
well, and it would be your Don Juan.
I have a plus 5 between the two of them, so I'm happy to roll.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll roll.
Can I argue that he could use a fortune point to heavily spice this?
I'm actually not going to use a fortune point for this.
Okay.
I've got a plus 5 between Flair and Don Juan anyway, so I know what I'm doing. That is a 11.
All right, for sure. You start cooking away. You find like the kind of hidden away compartment where all like the beautiful, wonderful herbs are. You find like parsley and everything that you need.
Was holding out on us.
Yes, to start cooking a beautiful meal.
Farm girl probably does not even know what this is, and he just like talks to himself as he.
Bowden, the grandma, she takes her hand and she's like, "My dear, when we get there, you will see things beyond your wildest dreams, things that you could never even imagine in your own mind. I assure whatever you're looking for, you will find there."
That is what I am afraid of. There are things I have seen with my waking eyes that I cannot escape in dreams.
She's like, that will be there too.
Yeah. And but basically he's like,
consider yourself lucky then that you are alive.
Well, and he points down at his leg and says, not without sacrifices.
Everyone makes sacrifices, don't they, to continue on?
You do not live to be as old as we do without sacrifices. Please lead the way. Exactly. I will stay out of your hair.
Exactly.
And he does walk away, but he does keep an eye on her. Obviously, he can't not.
There is something definitely mysterious about her, for sure. Mm-hmm. You can't quite tell if it's completely mystical or if it's just strange and just,
anybody
it's not 100%.
Anybody who talks about this kind of thing, like she's not afraid to sound crazy. Like it's just got Bowden's all kind of
And now that she is on the ship, she is like calm and determined and just
not chained to a desk. It's pretty good.
Quite pleased. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite pleased.
All right.
Jean-Marie, you are making your fabulous meal, and it's coming along wonderfully.
And meanwhile, I would like to say that the chef Cornelius is probably trying to like learn things from me, and I'm like, no, Cornelius, this is what you do, and I'm like teaching.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. Big old curly red mustache.
Big old beard, curly.
Big old
cooks
beard.
a lot of bacon, like cold weather food.
Oh my gosh.
Cornelius.
Our NPC job. You are almost done. When you just need like a final touch, some sides, maybe a salad, you break open a barrel. And what you were expecting was like a barrel full of like nice salty brined pickles. They're delicious. They're perfected. And instead, there is a person inside.
He just jumps back.
A person? Hold on.
Not like a wait. Now, is it a pickled person or is it a living person?
It is a living person. It is empty. There are no pickles or solution inside.
Okay. Well, that's good news.
Unless you would like there to be pickles and solutions.
There are no pickles in this pickle barrel.
Okay.
Only a small girl.
If you would like to describe yourself.
Barrel. She screams when you lift the lid.
I think we probably have those moments where we kind of look at each other and I look around and I want to say like, I told Cornelius to like leave to go do something. So it's just us in here. And so I'm just like, one moment.
Please,
and I just like shut the door and I go, who are you?
I'm sorry. I had to sneak on. Please don't tell anyone. Please don't hurt me.
You are very safe. Who are you? What are you doing here?
I had to leave. Your people weren't looking. It was the first boat I saw.
Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done. Proverbs 19:17. And he just helps you out of the box.
Small girl. She's dirty. Her hair is oily. It's clear she, has been on this boat for a little while. In this barrel, mostly. She's wearing kind of dirty, threadbare, like just really raggedy servant's clothes. Just a little servant's dress. She's very, very thin, waifish. Picture of the starving waif, very pale, dark, short, curly hair. Maybe 11, 12 years old.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Wow. Small girl.
Okay. Very young.
Arya Stark.
And she's trembling as you help her out, and her footing is unsteady. She's been cramped in this barrel for, at least as long as you've been in this kitchen, which is a while at this point. And she kind of staggers around for a minute and holds onto the nearest piece of furniture while her legs sort of uncramp.
At this point, how long have we been at sea, Jess?
Oh, probably not long. Maybe like 3 days, 2 days.
Yeah, a couple days.
Still
a couple
while.
days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I will go. What is your name, little one?
You're a holy man?
Oh, you poor kid.
No, I am just a traveler like you.
She looks hesitant for a moment, and then she says in a small little voice, "Lark."
It is a good name, a beautiful bird. I am Jean-Marie Volante de Cavalcante. And he just kind of bows.
Are you going to tell the others?
I will have to, but no harm will come to you.
She's trembling like a leaf.
Please, sit.
I took some of I took an apple. I'm very, very sorry. I know you're not supposed to steal. I was just really hungry.
He just is like, please sit. And he's just getting food out, and he's making her a plate of what he's cooking.
She kind of very stiffly takes a seat, and you can tell from the rigidity of her spine and shoulders that she's just very nervous, but she's sitting still, quietly watching everything you're doing.
So what you see is Jean is he's in his early 30s. He's got curly but very short dark hair, clean shaven, very, very piercing blue eyes. He is dressed very, very plainly. But one thing that he has very close to him, two things actually. One is a Bible that he has kind of probably set on the table as he's working. And the other thing is something wrapped in cloth that's about the right length for a sword, but it's just kind of set aside.
Clocking that immediately.
Yeah, but it's wrapped up in cloth completely. So it's not even if it's not even just just in a scabbard and sat down. It's completely wrapped up. I don't know what to.
Probably more concerned right now with whenever you pick up a knife to cut anything or work with a kitchen knife.
He goes, I know you might be scared because this is a ship of pirates, but I will tell you that nobody here will harm you as long as I am.
You've never met a pirate before?
Yeah, some of them are okay. What? You must tell me though. How did you arrive on this boat, and what drove you to make the decision to run away?
I worked I worked in the house of a wealthy lord, Lord Renault.
Is that the same guy or no? That's not my guy, right?
No, that is.
Okay.
Well, no, your guy is Spanish.
Yeah.
And Renault is a little French, I think.
Do I know the name by any chance?
Do I know the name? Although I'm not down there, so.
Let's say yes. Lord Renault is a quite established military man. He's like a general, things like that. He's got nobility and stuff like that, but he also has quite a title as well.
Okay. Yes, Ronald.
Or I guess he would be British. Amber? Yeah.
That's
actually
Yeah,
British.
he's
He would be
English.
British.
Yes, I am aware of the name.
Well,
I am not a friend of his, so do not worry.
Some of the Lord's things went missing, but I didn't take them, but some of the other servants said I did. And they're not kind to servants who are thieves, sir. No one would believe me, so I ran to the docks.
And you found your way onto the ship. Be at ease. Enjoy your food. I will be right back. And I'm just going to go to the door and open it, and I'm just going to grab like the nearest passing guy. So Gummy Joe, maybe.
Oh my God, all of these NPCs. Gummy Joe.
Gummy
okay.
Joe.
Gummy Joe.
I'm sorry.
Hey there, Gummy Joe.
I'm sorry, Gummy Joe.
Gummy
We
Joe.
have Two Tooth and Gummy Joe. Okay.
This is like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's clearly
that's
scurvy. This is why
I
Captain Red
take
has
it there
scurvy. She
are
doesn't
no
have any
cit-
sort of
there's no
citrus
citrus on
fruit.
the
There's no citrus fruit on this boat whatsoever. Okay.
Are we going to make it to the island?
Yeah.
I don't think
We're all
so.
going to be like, I have rickets.
This is what happened to the last
He
crew.
was Smiley Joe 3 months ago.
Yeah, we have one set of teeth on this entire boat. This way.
So he grabs Gummy Joe and he's
Gummy
like,
Joe.
Joe, can you bring me a Bowden, please?
Bowden. All right, you are. I'll bring Bowden over. Bowden!
Yeah, and
Just
Bowden's
go screaming down the street.
yeah, Bowden's doing his typical walking around, checking all of all the rigging and everything. So he kind of walks down, and he's like, "All right, Gummy, okay." He's and he pats out of the way and he goes, he doesn't. I guess he goes down below decks regularly, so he does. He kind of you hear like the heavy of a boot and then of a.
And so
peg
while you
leg,
hear this like menacing
like-
peg leg coming downstairs, Jean is talking to Lark,
Yeah.
and he's like, "No, we are unfortunately the captain. Captain she can be very tempestuous, but she's not feeling very well, and she has this scurvy. But my friend who is coming
little
is a
case of
very
scream.
kind man. Okay, so do not worry. No harm will come to you."
Just eating, watching you.
Yeah,
Oh.
and like and yeah,
I've
like
never
that-
been described as kind before.
Yeah, we get that classic scene right of
It's
like a
like,
little kid. We get the camera behind the little girl who's just like frantically like worryingly eating, and like the heavy muscular beer belly, like just like not nice looking, slow lumbering, like struggling his way down the stairs. Yeah, that like it's angled up so that way we get the imposing Bowden as he comes down the stairs with a hammer on his hip and a peg leg and a big old gut, and he just looks like an ugly kind of guy, a little bit of an underbite, and he just looks and he goes, "Mon Dieu, Gian, what did you do?
Come in. And
We
he's
said
just
no
like,
children.
Shut
We
up.
said
Wit.
we
She
said
is-
no orphans.
She is a castaway.
This
She
is
under
bullshit.
Bowden. She is under my protection.
Well, she better be, because we said when we went to the villa, no children, no orphans. You said no orphans.
She found her way here, and we will not turn her away.
And I look and I go, "Fee, like child, girl," and I say, "Did you sneak your way onto this boat, or did?"
I'm very sorry, sir. I was in trouble and I had to get away, and it was the first boat that I saw, and I didn't mean to take.
Oh, man.
I was very hungry, and I can earn my keep. I can clean linens and scour dishes. And
You do not want to clean the
water
linens of
everything.
these men. You do not want to. No, this is not the place you do your Lord's work. You are on a ship full of dirty, disgusting men right now. Okay, so listen. And I just I like big heavy hands like like hit the table next to her, and he like kind of like tries to get down to her level, and he just looks at her and he just goes, he looks at Jean, he says, we have to tell Red about this, or should we this is a child.
I can
John,
be
going
Bowden,
I can.
whatever you do for the least of my brothers, you do unto me. You must remember this. Okay? If she must
No,
earn
of
her
course,
keep,
of
she
course.
can work for me. I will
Mhm.
take full responsibility with Red.
No, it's fine. Listen,
I know my way around a kitchen, sir.
more
See, she can help me cook the dinner. It's perfect.
What? You cooked the dinner. What happened to Cornelius? Cornelius,
have you eaten Cornelius's food? It's Canadian bacon all the time.
Fair enough. This is true. And that
and
will
this
not do for Marisa.
Up, which, quite frankly, is not very good.
This will not do for Marisa. So, no, of course. And he kind of looks, and Bowden just looks at the little girl, and he says, I have seen pirates begin their journey at younger ages than you. I do not like it, but welcome to the crew. And you know what he does is he grabs like one of like the knives from the kitchen and he hands it to her and just says like, do not use this unless you absolutely have to.
Paring knife for like
it's
potatoes.
Yeah, it is like not a weapon knife at all. Like he just hands it a small little thing. It just goes like, welcome to the pirate life, kid. Bienvenue, pirates.
Pirates.
Thank you.
So, all right, I will continue. You will help me cook. Yes, Lark?
Yes, I'm a very hard worker. My mom didn't raise a slacker.
So I guess at this, Bowden looks at Jean and says, like, what the fuck do you want me to do about this? Like,
find a way to tell Red. All right.
Okay. All right, Jess. We're gonna have a scene where you are Sarah.
Oh no.
I have to tell Red about this.
Oh no.
Yeah,
or we can skip
character.
that.
Okay, I'm not gonna play Pete's character.
Yeah.
She's just like, fuck. A kid on the ship. Fuck. We just make sure she doesn't get hurt. Keep her safe.
You know what? I think that Bowden looks at her.
As soon as Bowden goes away, I just want to have a quick scene. As soon as she leaves, Jean takes the knife back from Lark. Is like, this is not the proper knife for what he is giving it to you. And he just kind of puts it away. And then he reaches into his boot and pulls out a stiletto. It's like, this is the proper knife.
Yeah, that is way better. Yeah.
You take this.
Bowden does not carry that. So.
Let me see. Let me look for a moment.
Looks expensive.
Oh, it is nothing. It is yours.
You'll need to find a weapon for me, sir.
No. You will take it. You will use it only if you have to. I will teach you how to use it. Believe me, it is a terrible way to carry a weapon, but sometimes it's necessary.
If you think it best, sir.
It is.
She's just holding this knife like...
Oh, wait. First, she's like, he takes it. He's like, no, you hold it like this. Okay?
Yeah.
And then like, see, now wait. Ha! See? You thrust.
You hold up like a potato and you're like, stab the potato.
Yeah.
Stab the potato.
I'm gonna do like the Butcher Bill, like, this
We're
is
like
a kill
cooking,
shot.
but also stabbing the produce, practicing our dress.
This is a kill shot. This is a kill shot.
Yeah.
John's teaching his 12-year-old girl to murder people.
He's messed up.
He's like, but now, this is how you stab. Very good. Now, you know how to hide it, right? So you take it and you had like, we'll have to get you better clothes.
He's got like a servant's dress on with like an apron.
Perfect. Under apron. Can't see it.
Tools.
You see? What? Look. Now he's got like longish hair. He just kind of reaches back in his collar, pulls another one out, puts it right back. Has to be where you do not expect it, right?
Oh, you're almost like a magician.
Some would say I am, yes.
Oh no.
I meant more of like a magician of death, but that too.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
you meant a magician of love. You meant a love magician.
No, stop.
Once saw a man pull a coin out from behind my ear.
I'm sorry, what?
A man once pulled a coin out from behind my ear out of nowhere.
Ah, really?
It's kind of like that.
These are charming tricks.
Just appear in things.
Yes, well, I'm afraid I don't know any of those tricks. I'm sorry.
That is okay.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to do with Red is like I knock on the door of the captain's quarters and I open it and she's, probably sore, in pain. Yeah. And I say, I am sorry, Captain. I know you're not feeling well. I snuck these from the.
No worries, Bowden.
I snuck this from the kitchen and I throw literally anything that might have the littlest bit of vitamin C. I know we said we have no fruit on this, but I throw her anything, like a leek or something.
Onions have a little.
Onion, yeah, I throw her an onion and I'm like,
she expertly catches it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, it will not taste good on its own, but trust me, it will help. And I say, there is a stowaway that we found. She is young. She is young. She perhaps
Salty Bob.
12 years old. I don't know how she got on the ship. And then
She all right? Is she hurt?
She seems shaken up, but she is not injured. Honestly, you were not that much older when you joined the crew. You know,
not.
Probably like late teens, right? Like she's probably been.
Yeah.
So I say like it is not ideal, but we have another child to care for. So.
Well, you know what we do about people who need help.
Of course, she will receive every bit of help any of us can give, but you know how I feel about this. If we were stopping at any port, off she goes, unfortunately.
I think it's nothing but seas from here, from what I can hear.
I cannot.
We'll keep her safe as best we can, and then we'll drop her off at the first safe place we know of.
Of course. This girl may see more in her young years than many see in their entire lifetime. I do not envy this girl. Oh, I think I didn't hear that, Jess, but
I just said, let's hope not.
Yeah. And then basically Bone says, feel better, Captain.
She's like, see to it that she's comfortable. You said she's a girl?
Yes, we will find a place for her to sleep away from all of these stinky, smelly men.
Yeah, I think the new folks, they're in a pretty comfortable room. I've set them up in a comfortable room. There's probably clothes there as well.
Yes, of course, that is a good point. I will talk to Nerissa, see if they're comfortable with a young girl.
Hey, hydrate.
Hydrate.
Oh, thank you.
I got a margarita here.
Ooh, fancy.
Bowden's gonna get more and more salty as the game goes on.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So all right. Yeah, Red is recovering. All right. So I guess Bowden goes back down. Or actually, before that, Bowden would like to speak to the granddaughter about this.
Oh, okay. The granddaughter is lying down on the boat.
Oh yeah, good point.
Everything's fine. Everything's
just
fine.
vomiting.
It's okay.
I actually, you know what I do is I actually like I lean over her, like, and we get like another funny shot of like you know, just head over, and she's like kind of like mirage-y, like C2, C3 kind of thing, just waving, and I go, that is not going to help you. The best way to, and like what he does is he grabs her hands and he drags her, and like
no.
On a lot of these ships, there's like there's little openings on like the deck. Alcoves? Yeah, there's like little openings at the bottom of the deck, so that way if water gets on, it can float off.
Okay. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so what he does is he actually like brings her there, and like when people have vertigo, you're supposed to lay with like your head below your body, but otherwise flat. So he like sticks her head through there, and he goes like, "Let your head fall. It will help. This will make you feel better. I promise. It is okay. You're safe.
You're sure?
Focus on the horizon. It does not move. Just focus."
Oh yes, I do think it's working.
Yes. Sorry, this is a strange. Not exactly how I wanted to open this conversation, but.
Oh no, not at all. I've this is only my second time on a ship before.
You chose a good one here in the this is the Lady Saskatoon.
That is good to hear.
Is that the ship's name?
Yes.
She does not.
Yes.
She does not see Bowden roll his eyes at that. Although Bowden is proud of how well he takes care of the lady. So
yes. Yes, it's a lovely ship. I'm happy to be here. This is much better than the French were. So,
And then Bowden's like, yes, my countrymen are not always the nicest people. And then he just says like,
quite unruly, yes, there.
I unfortunately have a question to ask you that may not be entirely comfortable.
Oh, okay, all right.
We have discovered a stowaway downstairs.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm a stowaway myself.
This is true. However, you are a guest here on the Lady. And now this young girl is as... Yeah, right. Just focus, breathe, focus on the horizon, yes. And he's just like, unfortunately, this young girl is also a stowaway. I was wondering, hoping you would feel comfortable with her in your cabins.
I mean,
I have lost the French accent. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's fine. Oh, I'm of course. I mean, a young girl, she needs help. I'm sure that will be fine. I'm sure that's perfectly fine.
Yes, and there is no better guidance on this ship than you and your grandmother. So
Yes, no, I'm sure grandmother would be fine with it. I'll ask her, but I'm sure she'll be fine. You said a young girl?
Yes, she is no more than 12, 13 years old. Merci beaucoup. It's...
Is it safe for us to be...
You're on a pirate ship, and we are traveling to a mysterious island. Nothing about what we're doing is safe. I'm sorry to...
No.
There is a ship following us in the distance. I am pretty sure we may all die, but
I see it. I see it there on the horizon. Yes.
Yes, just focus on that ship and let us know if it gets any closer. Fuck those guys.
I think it's about, judging from about where it is, it's probably about 100 kilometers back.
Holy shit, you have incredible eyes.
Yeah, really. Fucking Legolas on our boat.
Holy shit.
I don't know how much all 100 kilometers is, but
it's like,
it's like 60 miles, I think, right? Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Who knows? She's like,
maybe it's like 3 miles away.
That would be better. Yeah, we could probably see that far. Yeah.
Out on open ocean, who knows? Who
knows? She's like, I'm quite used to looking out at things at a distance. But no, I don't mind at all.
Thank you very much.
A friend. I'm happy to have more friends.
And he pulls her by the ankles.
She starts like coughing and like having a hard time. Yeah.
Yeah. And he pulls her from the ankles back onto the ship and like grabs her hands and says, "It is best now actually that you stand up if you have regained a bit of your balance." And he pulls her up to her legs.
Oh, all right. Yes. I feel much better. Thank you.
Yeah. If you are ever feeling dizzy again, just focus on the horizon, things that do not move. If you see gulls, which we will not start seeing anytime soon, but if you find any, focus on their flight patterns. And he just kind of like gives her a little bit of advice and stalks away after that. Just kind of.
Okay. Oh, thank you. I shall remember that. Thank you.
Yes. And then I'm just like, salty, Bob. Salty.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before the dinner?
I would just think that I would just say, like, Jean will have Lark help prepare the dinner.
Okay.
And then I'll just be like, you must join us. You have worked on this meal. You will partake of it as well.
Oh, I don't never eaten with the masters before.
Is nothing.
I'm afraid my table manners might not be very good.
Do not worry.
He's like, that's like most of this crew.
Yeah. Think of where you are.
We said we have around a dozen people.
Don't know much about pirates.
I will be honest with you. Most of the people here, their table manners are atrocious. So you will blend in. However, I will teach you. I might not look it, but I have spent much time in the courts of Europe. So I know what I am doing.
She kind of gets a little smile at the thought of learning to eat all fancy like. She's like, so we'll be the most polished participants at this dinner.
We will.
All right, I think I'd like that.
Very good.
Teaching me about spoons and stuff. They're all mismatched. None of them are the right big spoon and little spoons.
We probably don't even have like a full set anyway, right? So it's just
correct. Yeah. Some of your forks are missing tongs.
Everybody just eats with their knife.
Yeah, exactly.
So everybody's just like, stab.
Pretend this is a fork. Okay.
Somebody calls it a dingle hopper.
Oh, Little Mermaid reference. Oh,
just
what rating made it? So you guys start setting up for dinner. The young granddaughter comes out and she probably spots you, Lark. And she kind of comes over and she's like, oh, you must be the young girl that is staying with us. She kind of comes over and hello, my name is Ileana.
She gives a little curtsy real quick.
Oh, there's really no need for that. But Ileana does curtsy back as well. And she's like, oh no, this won't do. Let's get you maybe cleaned up. I think I have some clothes that might work. I could mend them a little bit up. I can hem them up.
Thank you, Ileana. I appreciate that.
I can do the hemming, my lady.
Oh no, I'm not a lady, really. Two nervous girls.
You like a lady to me, but if you insist.
And she will bring you back, get you cleaned up. Ileana is quite nice.
How old is she-ish?
She is like 20, 19, 20-ish. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Lark is a bit more relaxed around the young woman. And getting some clothes in this cabin away from the others.
Yeah, definitely a better
Yes.
company than the pirates.
Red is a pretty kind captain. Like you can tell that you are in some pretty comfortable quarters. That she has put the grandma and the granddaughter in some pretty nice, comfortable quarters. They might even be her own personal ones while she's somewhere else being sick.
Just teeth falling out.
Yeah. So she gets you all set up, and you guys head over to dinner. One of the first things. Go ahead.
Take his clothes on.
Yeah.
John actually does dress in his fancy clothes for dinner.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay.
And where's the
okay.
rapier? Because this is a dinner.
Fancy.
Normally,
business,
Yes.
Normally Bowden would not even think about it or care. But seeing Jean coming with a nicely made meal in like nice clothes, and like seeing Lark actually having been dressed in young lady's
Hair's
attire,
cleaned up a little bit. Got a little barrette putting back her hair.
and Bowden, nope. Bowden's the kind. No, Bowden's the kind that like will like, you know, he doesn't shave his head like clean, like he'll like, you know, cut it nice and short, but like it's kind of like, you know, receding hairline, and like he's got stubble, and he's not a well put together man. He's just a hunk of muscle and dumb. And and he for the first time, like he's not the kind to ever care what he looks like, but walking into like this nice dinner on his pirate ship, like, you know what I mean? Like on a pirate ship he's been on longer than probably most people on this ship. He just looks around, he's like,
hey, hi, Jay.
oh,
Ooh,
no.
yay, thank you.
He says like,
He's like, what is the quality of this ship turning to?
yeah. And he looks at Marisa, and he's just kind of just like, I am not the man for this woman. And he just kind of like sits down and goes, at least I can enjoy a spicy meal.
Did he say? Does he say that? Did he say that to Jean or? Yes, please say it to Jean.
Yeah. I think he does.
Wingman now. Okay, perfect.
I think he does. I think he walks over to Jean, and he just goes like, why did you have to dress so nicely? Why do you have to choose this?
What? So Jean. So this isn't even what Jean wore last time. This is like the white puffy shirt with like a very nice vest with like very nice like embroidery on it, and the high boots. Still, he always wears those, and some different colored pants, I would say. So like black and white, and maybe like some nice red pants. Very dashing with his rapier. And Jean is like, what do you mean? This is a dinner. You dress for dinner when I come from.
It's been a long time since I've had to dress for things. I guess I just forget.
Wait.
The world outside continues.
Wait. Marisa?
No, is it?
No, you cannot say no to me. I know. Believe me.
No.
I know two things in life: swords and that.
Yeah, and
You will not lie to me, my friend.
And Bowden says, I am a simple man. I know one thing, and I know wood. Not like that.
So you're not interested then?
No, and he says,
You're like, wait.
yeah.
Hey,
But no, he says, he kind of just like, like, you know, we said he has like one of those like smaller tricorn hats, kind of like, it's almost like, and he like pulls it off, and he like kind of rings it in his hands. He's just like, no, I am an old man. There's no time for this in my life.
She is an old woman. Listen, wait, come here. And he just like takes him for a minute, and he takes a hat, and he goes, like, well, you've got to put it on the side like this. And he just kind of like works with what he's got a little bit. So if I don't know if you give me, if I can do like a savvy roll for that or a flair roll, but I'm going to try to make Bowden look a little.
Yeah, it would for sure flair. It would be a flair roll to style someone.
Okay. And then I would love to roll flair as well, just to see if I can even pull it off.
So I roll a 7 plus a 3, so that's 10 on my roll to spruce them up a bit.
Ooh, I was gonna say, so normally, so you're trying to pull it off.
I'm trying to make them look better. Yeah. Excuse me.
I was gonna say, so normally if you're doing like an opposed roll or something like that, you would be subtracting Bowden's flair. But
so
Bowden
I think there could be two parts.
Bowden is actively trying.
One
to.
is
yeah,
me
so
being like, this is what you do. Just follow my lead.
You make him look good.
Pretty.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
do what
see if
I
Bowden
do.
actually.
And the second part is him trying to do it. right?
Actually do it with the grandma.
So I fix like if he's got like a handkerchief and I turn the knot so it's like right here and I turn the thing so he's looking. I'm like, this is it is not that you. It is that you must work with what you have. Okay, so let's do a little bit of this and okay. Now, you follow me, and just do as I do. Okay.
Like your head like this.
Oh, that's hysterical. What's funny is I almost took the unsettling flaw, like the I'm ugly and boorish. Good thing I did not for just this one check. But
just one check.
This is actually funny. So I guess I'm rolling flair to do as Jean does. Is that how we're doing?
Yeah, but we'll do that later.
So then I'm gonna go in and hopefully if everybody's in there. Because Jean would not be the first one into a dinner, by the way.
The grandma will be there last, but everyone else is there.
Okay,
and there would still need to be people
actually
manning the ship
not to
and stuff.
upstage her, so he'll show up late, but not so late as her. So that's perfect. So he'll go in and he'll be like, "No, watch," and he'll see. He's not gonna mac it to any for real to any of the women here, but he will see Lark, and he goes,
Ileana?
No, Lark.
Her name is Alana. Name correction. It was Alana. Yeah.
Alana.
Oh, okay.
I just slipped on her name.
No worries. I'm going to say hello,
on her name.
but first I'm going to see Lark, who's much different than the last time you saw him.
She looks in much better spirits.
She is
too.
clean, yes.
Yep.
Takes whatever rag has been laid out, like a napkin for her place setting, and lays it on her lap all proper, like you showed her.
Ah,
I was like,
you see, my little bird, you have cleaned up so well. And he goes over and he does the whole take the hand, give a kiss, and does a very, very deep bow.
Thank you, sir.
And
Alana is
and then he goes, Alana, thank you so
very
much.
talented.
Your kindness.
Oh, of course. I'm happy
will
to
serve
help
you
any way that I can.
I appreciate it, but also our Father in heaven who sees these things appreciates it as well. Gives her the kiss on the hand as well. And then he sits down next to Lark. You have all met Lark. You have met my friend Bowden.
Alana and Dion.
Yeah.
Dion Marie, yes.
You have met my friend Bowden already?
Oh, no. Yeah, and it very nervously tries to just normally he would just walk in who gives a shit.
And while he says that, eating. John is then he occupies himself with Lark and he's like, now you see how this is laid out in front of you, and he's talking to her about the place setting and everything and teaching her that. So Bowden now Bowden has his moment with Alana.
Talking about spoons that aren't even here.
Yep. Normally this would be the teaspoon, and then he's teaching her all that stuff.
Oh, you know so much for a pirate. You even know the holy words for a pirate.
Oh, well, yes, I've not been on here long. But Bowden, he has been on the ship for very long, haven't you, Bowden?
Oh.
I was merely sailing out here.
Bowden's silent.
Bowden's I like boats.
He's taken two very short steps, and he just says yes, of course, I've been on this ship for some time, longer than most actually, and I will be on this ship until I find what it is I've been searching for all of these years. And then awkwardly starts moving.
Wait,
again.
What are you searching for, if I may ask?
Validation, proof that I'm not crazy. Everyone on this ship knows, but I was French Navy. I was part of a shipwreck. I was dragged down in the waters by something not human. Everyone thinks I'm crazy. I got away with my life. I lost my leg for it, but I also think that they are part of the reason I survived, and all of my crewmates did not. I was picked up by this ship, and I will die on this ship until I find another and proof that they exist.
Like a mermaid?
They are not the beautiful things you have seen pictures of. These are terrible, terrible creatures.
It is true, the Lord's angels are not easy to look upon. I believe you, my friend. You are safe. Just circle of eyes.
How would you feel if you could get your leg back?
I do not pretend these things are possible.
But what if they were? There's a lot of things that I didn't think were possible either.
You and your grandmother are interesting women.
Talking of things... I'm sure I still don't believe it either, but I have no other choice.
Bowden's actually, where most people would probably be tensing at this, Bowden is actually relaxing, and he's just like now he's intrigued, and he's like, the impossible is just for people who lack imagination. And he just says like, if I could have my leg back, sure. It does not make that big of a difference in my life right now, but further proof that things like this exist would make me feel better about the world in general.
Me as well. I hope it's true.
As do I, and as do our friend here. And I point to Jean and I say, we all hope for things to be true. Is that not so?
Very much so, my friend. Although I am afraid I will not find what I am looking.
Yeah. If I could get a leg back, you can get whatever that is, I promise.
From what I was told, we could get anything we desire. Miracles, perhaps.
That is the realm of my friend here.
Lark is like absorbing all of this, like
Yeah.
eating, but like drinking in every word.
And at that, I think Bowden tries to very casually, but also very confidently take a seat next to, I guess he wouldn't sit next to Ileana because he assumes
Alana,
that
yeah.
seat is Alana, because he assumes that seat is for Marisa. So what he's going to do is he's going to sit across from the seat next to Ilana.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Set up to sit across from Marisa. I see.
Yeah.
It's actually at this time that Marisa makes her way down. She opens. Oh my gosh, Rainey.
No, I was going to say, is this where I make my flare roll to not fall on my face and make an ass of myself?
Yes,
immediately?
because you
Oh,
stand,
yeah, do it.
You stand
Do it.
when a lady enters.
You will
So-
make the flare
You
roll.
did.
I have just sat down.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, shit.
Marisa comes in. She somewhat hobbles
Perfect.
her way in.
Lady Marissa. And he just kind of he just taps.
Ladies
Lark,
not
stand.
ladies
And
not
he stands.
necessary. Oh,
Bowden failed his roll. He got a 7 on his flare, so he goes to stand up and just slips and just hits the ground. It's fine. I'm fine.
Oh,
Marisa just starts laughing.
It is these ships. They are not stable. Hold on, and I'll help. I'll try to help him up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm fine.
are you all right there?
Yeah, and he just stands up and says, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's fine.
She's just laughing. She's like, you're gonna need to be more capable of that when we get to the island, my friend.
Yes. No, I'm so much. Despite the leg, I'm much more sure-footed than it seems. And then he just kind of slams his head on the floor. It's like.
She looks around and she kind of notes all of you, and then she sees Lark and she's like,
Oh, my lady,
a
thank you.
girl.
Yes.
No one mentioned a girl would be on our ship, and she kind of walks over to
My
you.
apologies, Marissa. Lark joined us without our knowledge, but that does not mean that she is not welcome here.
She takes you by the chin and
All
kind
are
of
welcome in the house of the Father.
turns your head from side to side, inspecting you very carefully.
I'm real sorry about the stowing away and all, my lady.
No problem at all. Children should get into strange places.
Should they?
pickle
Wow.
barrels.
Yeah, and Bowden actually chimes in and
How
says,
they explore.
Bowden actually chimes in and says, some of the best pirates are the most resourceful, so if you have proven yourself to get on this ship, well, you're welcome to stay on it. Until you prove otherwise.
Did they tell you we have a hard journey ahead?
No, not much, but I know that there's an island.
A dangerous island. Have they harmed you?
No, my lady. They've been very kind.
Drop the lady bits. My name is Marissa, or Granny, whatever you prefer.
Lady Marissa.
We're gonna have to work on that, Jerry. We're gonna have to work on that. And she'll let your chin go, and she'll hobble over and take a seat. Interestingly, she's hobbling again-ish. Yeah. She's like, she takes a sniff of the food, and she's like, "This is quite surprising. This smells excellent."
Yes, I was able to find some spices that Cornelius, I doubt he knows what they are, but I was able to, I hope that the humble meal is to everybody's liking.
She kind
I
of
learned a
grabs.
thing or two in the courts.
She grabs a dagger, cuts a piece, and takes a taste, and she's like,
Lark is like smiling, like, oh, she likes it, and I helped.
Very good.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like, don't wait for me. Eat. We can talk business later.
Yes, this is a finer meal than we have had in some time on this ship.
I know a thing or two about cooking.
Yes, this is Spanish a little. Yeah, it's got some Spanish flair to it.
It is a little Spanish, but also I if you will allow me I incorporated some of the cooking of my homeland as well.
I can see that here.
Like, this is
some of our spice palette in Naples is a little different from what the Spanish use.
A little, very little, but I can taste it. I can taste the combination.
Well, then you have a very sensitive palate, madam.
I've eaten a lot of food in my time. I've tasted all the cuisines.
Yes, Bowden here is very well traveled as well. Are you not, Bowden?
Cut to Bowden, who is just has like just like hand in the thing, just like I've been many places, not for the food, but I have eaten my fair share of strange delicacies. In France, where I'm from, it is mostly patisserie, but that is for those well above my station. Yeah. We are a country of bakers more than anything.
Food should be of all people. Food should be for all people, regardless of their status.
I agree.
This is true.
I wholeheartedly believe it.
But Lark is going to town.
Yeah, like when she sees Bowden, just like his hand in the food.
Yeah,
and,
she's like watching
ignoring
everything, and as she's seeing more people eat like monsters, she's getting like more comfortable.
Yeah.
John is actually like enjoying the hell out of that, actually.
Yeah. You belong more than you realize.
Thank you, Epic.
Oh, thank you, Epic.
Thank you.
Salty Joe is also here. Like, he's not saying anything. He's just dining away, also stuffing his face. Lots of.
John made sure to make a special plate for Salty Joe that is like chewable.
Salty Bob.
Salty Bob.
Yeah.
It's Gummy Joe and Salty Bob.
That's more for Gummy Joe and Tutu.
Gummy Joe and Tutu.
Oh, that's right. Salty Joe has his teeth. Okay, I can't keep track of who has
Salty Bob has his teeth.
Bob's got the teeth. Joe's, Gummy Joe's.
Yeah.
Gummy Joe.
Nice soft, just a plate of mashed potatoes.
My goodness.
That reroll is specifically for you, Rainey. That is
nice.
what Chris said.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Put it to good use. Next time you're about to fall on your face and biff us over.
Yeah. Well, I think actually what's funny is, again, we could say that failure manifested, however, but I actually was thinking about it like that could be a loss of composure because it's usually for like social duels. But I mean, like, you know what I mean? that would certainly be a way that Bowden would lose some composure. It's just eating it in front of the lady. Can also use
you're like, it's going well. It's going well. A little bit of stress sweat, but it's going well. And then you just take a spoon and you miss your mouth. You just jab yourself in the
If you ever see Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, Steve Martin with like in the eye with the fork.
Like right when I think like right when I think to myself like there's a silver lining to this. She laughed. I made her laugh. It's
she did laugh.
Yeah. Bowden is the father of slapstick comedy. He just thinks this is how I get to this woman, and he just keeps making an idiot of himself.
So composure is for social combat, but when you start losing composure, it's a -1 on everything.
Yeah. No, I think that's a little. I think that's a little aggressive.
It escalates.
Gotcha. Well, the grandma, Marisa, is just like, all right, lads and ladies. Are you ready for the Ile au Violette?
And then Bowden just goes like, is this another one of the things? I did not understand what they were saying in the Spanish.
I don't see if anybody else looks ready for whatever that is.
This is what you signed up for, and I hope you're prepared for it. It's an island of beautiful, wondrous things, but it's filled with creatures you've never seen before, horrors beyond your imagine. It attacks you both physically and mentally. Y'all said you were capable? I hope that you are.
Why is it that the French and the English and the Spaniards want this island so much, ma'am?
Money, I suppose.
The root of all evil.
Money, I suppose. It's enough money to change the world, fund wars, fund science. But there's much more there that they don't know about.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, when our Zoom chat is dangerous.
Yes, it is. Tis indeed.
Jesus. I haven't been seeing this.
Bowden just says like,
whatever you agreed to, we can't turn back now. So I'm afraid you're stuck with it.
No, there's no going back. And in fact, if you say there's enough gold here to fund wars and science and all the things you say, well, I fear what governments will do with that coin because I know it will be for one and not the other. And however, I did not come here for the gold. I'm interested in these wonderful
You're interested
things.
in something more.
Yes, something more.
From what I've heard,
our captain, the gold will do.
The gold will do, yes.
The gold will do.
As the stories were told, the ship got lost. The crew got sick, managed to find their way to this island. Those that survived, full of disease, the island healed them, but then got all of them but one. That was my great-great-great-grandfather many years ago. So you must be careful. The gold is at the very heart and center of the island. The island can do wondrous things, but it can also get you as well.
Did he tell you how he escaped with his life, where all others failed to do so?
He did not.
So we must rely on our own.
I will say the last time I was
intuition.
with there, I came with another ship. I was there once before. I left with another ship, and let's say some ill will befell most of them.
Clearly, they did not get away with any of what they seeked there. We are returning for the same reasons.
Are you the only one who survived the last ship?
I do not know. We parted ways. I never saw them again.
I truly hope this is not just a benefit of your bloodline, or we are fucked. Pardon my French.
My daughter is to learn how to get there, and it should hopefully help her as well. Alana is like, yes, she has agreed to help me. I came of a sickness many years ago, and I'm told that the waters there will do wonders to heal me back.
It sounds like a miracle.
That is what I'm hoping for. That is what is promised to me. Yes.
It sounds like we're all looking for a miracle.
We will find you your miracle then.
You're sick, Lady Alana? We better find the waters then.
We will. We have to. The grandma's like, it's not a matter of finding them or not. We'll find them. It's a matter of leaving. We'll get there. It's a matter of getting out.
That is, in a way, even worse. Knowing that you will get what you want, but not knowing you will be able to keep it. Or lose your life in the process. In some ways, there is still resolution in this.
She's like, there's a path marked by the symbol, by the lotus symbol that my family has marked many ways back. You should stay on the path. Sometimes it gets impossibly cold. Sometimes there are creatures that come out in the night. You must always stay on the path until we reach the waters.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about, obviously, this is one of those tough ones where like we probably don't want to bring the whole crew, ashore, right?
No,
but at the same time, how do we?
Man, it's just like,
yeah, exactly.
You gotta bring you gotta bring the fodder.
You know what it is? We're gonna bring everyone but Salty Bob. He's gonna have the same job as last time, which is just that he's the shuttle boat.
Gotcha.
Salty Bob
Yeah.
can't die.
Yeah. And maybe you know what it is? We leave Salty Bob, Cornelius, and Gummy Joe.
Gummy Joe.
I mean,
At
it's
the
the other
shore.
ship following us too, though.
That's true.
Oh yeah. Does the Lady Saskatoon have defenses like cannons or anything?
Yes.
I think we said
it
that I
does.
made like crossbows, right? Like mounted crossbows.
Yes.
That's something Bowden could have done.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. You should have defenses as a pirate ship.
Okay. Ooh, we might have a ship combat. That'd be fun.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do ship combat this game around, mostly because we didn't build our ship and.
Oh right, yeah. We didn't make,
And like I didn't read too much detail.
We don't
on
have
how ship
anything to
combat
fight
works.
with.
So
Yeah.
we probably won't do a ship combat.
that's fair.
If we do, we
That's
might
fair.
skim through it.
It's actually
Yeah.
much more like genre.
Not too bad.
I would say it's much more genre appropriate for like the ship to be following us in the distance, and then like us to make the shore and the crew to eventually find us and have the showdown on the island. Or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Not that I'm telling you what to do, but
Or I mean like
Can we do like? Do we know how to do like a ship chase, or is that also the same thing? Like, could we try to lose the other ship?
You could try. Yeah, that is one of the things that you could do.
I mean, or we could.
tells me we need someone with a seafaring background like Captain Red to do that though.
I would say
I don't know
the other
how to do
option
that.
too is if they like block us from our escape, we could always like set to ramming speed and like jump aboard their ship and have a little showdown. That kind of thing too, because that way
Yeah,
you
that
don't worry
works
about
too.
ship combat,
Yeah,
but it's
that
still
works
cool.
too. That works
Huh?
too.
We've reached ramming velocity.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything that you want to ask about this or anything you want to do? That is about it. The grandma kind of answers any questions. She gives you more information about
So,
the island and what she hopes
We will sail to the
run
island.
into.
The island is an island of both horrors and miracles.
Yes.
You will all find what you are looking for on the island. We will keep you very well protected because you will help us find our way off.
As you are, dearie.
Uh,
Text me
To
and
our
I'll get you
success,
there.
and he drinks some of the wine in toast.
You are a success.
to our success.
May you all find what you are looking for on the island.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lark
yeah, you
just grabs Gummy
absolutely gave
Joe's.
some to Lark. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, you're 12-year-old enough to
Nice.
drink. Here
Yeah,
you
at
go.
that age, of
Yeah.
course.
Wine.
Honestly, in fact, at that time, it was probably safer than the water. So
Yep.
Yeah.
It literally was.
Especially
Yeah.
if the water's just been sitting in a barrel on a
Yeah.
ship. Yeah.
So I would say but just because I got a reroll to woo Marisa,
Mhm.
one of the things that Bowden brings up towards the end of the meal is just like my lady, it is clearly an important
Who's the lady here?
right. I'm sorry. What shall I call you?
Marisa is quite
Marisa.
fine. Or Mari. You may call me Mari. Just for
I
you.
like Mari. Mari is good. And he says, Mari, it is clearly a well-kept secret of your family. Your tattoo on your back, the map itself, it is not something I believe Ilana has inherited yet. However, for
That's
the
what
sake
her
of...
first trip is for.
I see. Very well. I was going to say for the sake of... perhaps it is improper for me to ask, but to see the map or recreate it in a way that would ensure its survival should something terrible happen. Of course, I will not let anything terrible happen to you. Any kind of like blushes.
I'm afraid I cannot let that happen.
This is understandable, of course.
Do your best from your memory, but the map is for me and me alone. And she is quite, her tone completely changes. Like for the
Yeah.
most part, you've seen her quite like pretty carefree, only pretty
Yeah.
serious when she was like on the ship and quite like
Joking
happy and
and-
determined. But this time her voice just dropped. She
Yep.
got like,
She will cut a bitch, and you are the bitch you questioned.
Yeah, no. And Bowden does. He like kind of like steps back. He has terrible flair. He's not good at talking to people. And he kind of just like is like, very well. Yes.
she's got like sharp eyes. Yeah.
I will do my best to ensure that you and Ilana totally safe on this island to the best of our ability.
As will I.
Thank you. Yes, that is most appreciated. I'm so sorry to be such a burden and to have. I appreciate any help you're giving us.
Alana,
Really.
you and your grandmother are not a burden? You have the word of Jean Maria Volante da Cavalcante. That it is if it is within my power, you will be arrived safely. And I'll tell you in a minute, Rain stuff. If it is within my power to get you safely to and from the island, I shall do it.
Thank you. And the Mari is just like, and a person's word means everything. I'll hold you to that.
My words has always meant everything, as has my honor, much to my dismay.
All right. Well, I'm afraid it's much too late for a lady like me. I am going to head to bed.
She is a lady.
I was just going to say,
like
what happened to all of this no lady talk?
Yes.
Lark's going to be quiet and see if the grown-ups will let her just stay up late here at this table with them.
There's wine.
Bowden, with your role before, you had been kind of...
awkward.
You've been awkward and also just kind of like tracking Mari, seeing like what mystical things that she's up to. Yep. She seems to have some weird sense of like the waters, the weather, the air. She seems to call certain things before they happen. She seems to see storms coming and things like that. Yep. One night.
This very first roll. Yeah.
That night, she heads out. And maybe you went to help her for something. Who knows? You see her kind of look around.
Well, we do rotations. Maybe I'm just out on a starry, in the middle of the night.
You see her kind of look around, make sure that she's alone. She makes like a small, soft, like cooing or whistle, and a bird flies over. Not a normal seabird, but a bird.
Okay.
A land bird?
Yeah, maybe like a pigeon or something like that.
Like a songbird.
Like a songbird. Okay. She talks very softly to it. You can't make out what it is. She attaches a piece of paper to it and sends it off.
Okay. All right. Okay. I don't think Bowden's gonna. He's not gonna confront her, but you said specifically she was trying to make sure she was not seen or heard when she did this. She looked around very cautiously. I think Bowden is just going to pretend he didn't see it and just pretend he's on like a night patrol, right? Like he just kind of like walks around like on another side, like, comes out of not hiding. He wasn't hiding, but she just didn't notice him, which is
out from a corner.
Yeah, this is typical of Bowden. People don't notice him. That's why he usually sneaks in kitchens and stuff like that. No, nobody ever thinks about it. So he just kind of like casually strolls out from elsewhere on the boat.
Towards her, or just like strolls?
Yeah, like out into the open. Like.
She just takes a deep breath and she's like, "It's a fine night, fresh breeze, air. It's lovely."
I always find it both beautiful and terrifying out in the middle of the ocean.
All things should be beautiful and terrifying at the same time. I think the best things are.
I would agree with this. There should be a sense of unease.
She's going to like climb onto the railing of this ship.
She's standing on the railing?
No, she's going to just climb and like sit on the railing of the ship.
Oh, okay. And actually at that, Bowden like closes the distance to like get close enough that he doesn't want her to fall. And he says, some things are beautiful and dangerous and terrifying, but we don't need them falling over the edge of the ship.
No. I've done this plenty times before. And I'm sure if I fall over, you will save me, won't you, Bowden?
Bowden, you hear like the clicking of his peg leg, and he looks and goes, "I'm not as strong a swimmer as I used to be, but I would certainly not stand here while you struggle in the waters." No.
Oh, nice, sweet. Got it.
And like he's kind of like shifting back and forth between peg leg and leg, and he just says like, "So,
peg and leg."
Yeah, and he says like, "Ilana is your daughter, granddaughter? I can't under. I should not presume lady's age. I apologize."
No. You are wise to ask. She is actually not family of mine.
No.
But I call her such. I have adopted her. Someone
well.
needs to carry things out, I suppose.
Yes, I think we have all.
Since it can't be me, of course. My age is failing me.
Age is but a number. We have both
Pretty
proven
big number.
Yeah.
Big number.
Yeah,
Pretty big number.
And Bowden kind of shrugs and he just says like, yeah, the both of us, we have clearly made it this far. Not by accident.
You have to be pretty smart to get here.
I don't know if I would say that about me. Maybe lucky.
Oh, come on. It's more than just luck. Takes a lot to survive in this world.
And Bowden laughs. Bowden laughs and he goes, well, it certainly was not my looks. That is, although from what I have seen of our Italian friend, well, those seem to get him in trouble more than maybe they helped him.
Yes, he is quite a handsome one, isn't he? That Jean-Marie.
Not my place to say, of course. What it's overrated. Again, uncomfortably shifting back and forth.
Yeah, but I'm afraid when you get older, that beauty just fades. And you have to learn to appreciate other things, I suppose.
Your beauty has not faded with age. I can only imagine how. Yeah, and like he just kind of like says something along the lines of like, I can only imagine you in our youth.
To be that again.
Is this why you seek the waters of this island? Or do you just see yourself as a shepherd of the hopeless?
Shepherd of the hopeless. That's a good one.
Nice.
Suppose we'll find out when we get there.
Well, I will do my best to make sure that we all receive whatever it is we are looking for.
I've got a good feeling. I think I will.
You seem confident, and that is half the battle when it comes to these things.
Again, you learn a lot with age.
Yes, I have certainly learned not to discount certain things. Anyway, I should, and like he just kind of like says like right, well, I should probably get back to and he just like kind of like slaps the railing with his hand. He goes, yep, that's still sturdy. I'm gonna
She'll also swing back over.
Thank you, Joe. And he like takes a breath. He's like, oh, I can breathe again. This is good. All right, thank you very much. I just have to. The captain. I'm just. Bonne nuit, my lady.
Roden, before you go,
he does a perfect 180 on his peg leg.
What can you tell me of the rest of the people here?
Well, for the most part, they're good as far as pirates go. Red is
good as in talented, or good as in good?
Good as in ethical.
Yeah, no. So he does say like they would not be here if they were not good at what they do. However, I'm not sure many of them are the type to go to this island. We are pirates. Red drives a hard ship. We are capable. And I think that we all come from troubled pasts. It's not something that we are not malicious. We are simply trying to get what we believe we are due.
What you are owed.
Yes, what we are.
Do you think that anyone is owed anything?
I think that people are owed something just for people are owed something, no matter what. There's value for everyone. However, I don't think any of our hearts are in the wrong place. None of us want gold for the sake of gold. None of us want, even Red, the captain, she always speaks of this being, oh, she needs enough gold to do this, but really, she only wants the gold so she can go back to living a life on a farm with her family. It's not about material possessions, it's about
so you're a crew of hearts.
Perhaps that is the truth. Perhaps it is just me. I'm
just a sentimental old fool.
Yeah. Yep. I just need proof that I'm not crazy. Maybe these others are selfish. I don't know, but they don't seem terrible about it.
What is wrong?
Except Gummy Joe. He's a dick.
Oh, except for Gummy Joe.
He's the worst. Fuck that guy specifically. No, I'm just kidding.
What is wrong with being crazy? You don't think
I did not say anything was wrong
told
with
me
being crazy. No, nothing
when
is
I
wrong
talked
with
about
being...
this island? Yet I have found a crew to take me there. More than one.
Honestly, it is the thing that made me trust you. So, I do not think there's anything wrong with what most people call crazy.
Oh, she smiles at that. She touches your cheek. She like holds the side of your face.
Roll to not faint. Failed. No, I'm just kidding. Swoon.
I am surprised and intrigued. But you like me and have an interest even now. Even as I am now.
There is literally nothing about you that would sway my interest. And then again, Bowden just kind of says like, it is not my place. I'm sorry. I overstepped my...
No. We are only young for so long. Overstep as much as you would like. At least with me.
When you
Maybe
get to
not.
a certain age, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, right.
We have also proven that on the stream. Anyway, go on.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh God.
She's like, well, good night, Bowden. And she'll give you like a kiss on the cheek.
And Bowden grabs her hand before she leaves and kind of just looks and just says like, to those who are crazy, impossible is only for those who lack imagination. And he says it again, like he said to Ilana. He just kind of like lets her go.
She's just like, and thank goodness that we both have a lot.
Yes.
Oh, man. I almost want John to have witnessed that, but I don't think I want to interrupt the moment. Just be like...
You can come out of the shadows and start clapping. Your call.
Hell yeah.
If Rainy's okay with that, I will.
Your call. It's a good story moment.
After she's left.
Sure.
Yes.
After she's left, you actually just see in the shadows a match lights up. John's lighting his
The
pipe.
pipe.
Yeah. Enjoying the night air, my friend.
And
hey, thank
Bowden
you,
says,
Metalhead Rod.
Thank you, Metalhead.
First time in chat.
Bowden says, yes, well, I think this is the first time I've breathed in a few minutes, so this air is quite nice. And like he's just kind of like looking out over the ocean, stunned.
Yeah, so John jumps off of the he was kind of sitting on I would say probably maybe some barrels or something that was like kind of slashed on a net. Jumps down, walks next to him, just kind of claps him on the back. It is a beautiful thing, my friend. The ocean, yes, but also love.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful and very dangerous. As I heard you talk about.
I was just going to say, like, so you were there the entire time.
Oh, yes.
So you saw
Yes.
You did very well.
Well, thank you. I imagine you must have been laughing on the inside watching this with a man of your talents, but...
I do never laugh at love. But it is business.
Yeah. Bowden says...
Believe me, I know.
I've never been one to believe love is what I am owed, but... Very well. Bowden just kind of like, again, stands there just kind of stunned. He's just like, I have, for decades, been searching for proof of these, that I'm not crazy, but...
It seems like it is just within your reach right now.
Yes, and yet, the woman leading me to it only makes me feel crazier about this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
crazy, but I like it.
Those are exactly the ones.
Yep. And he just kind of like shrugs and just goes like, well, perhaps soon I will have a new obsession.
A word of warning, Bowling. Sometimes you can spend a long time searching for something. I know you are older than me, but forgive me. I do not mean to presume. But I have spent many, many years trying to be the best swordsman. And the time came when I had everything. Women wanted me. Men feared me.
And also wanted me.
And also wanted me.
I thought that's what that was going. I was like, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
and also wanted me. Yes, absolutely. And also, some of them, they wanted me, which was okay. But one day, the woman back at the manor, Countess Amalia, I was a guest in their house. And, well, one thing led to another. We shared a talk on the veranda in the night, much like this, with stars, just like that we looked at. And, well, you know how things happen. And, well, the Count, he found out. Count Aiden. He was not the first husband that had fought me, or caught me. And he was not the first husband that had challenged me to a duel. He was the 38th.
Bowden's jaw is
38.
37.
No wonder you are changing your ways.
37 duels. 37 people I have killed. And then I went into that duel knowing I would win. And then in the middle of it, I looked in his eyes. And Amalia was there. She was begging us not to fight. And I saw her and I could not do it anymore. I was forced to look at myself. Sometimes you can spend a very long time trying to find something. And when you get there, it is something that you find, well, I would give much to go back to what I was before. I hope what you are looking for does not do that to you, friend.
Bowden looks and just goes, totally misinterprets and just goes like, do you think she is married? I'm going to have to duel a husband?
No, my simple French friend. What I am saying is be careful what you wish for. You may find illumination on this island. I will not find what I am looking for there. I doubt I will find it in this life.
Bowden actually looks at you and says if I find what I'm looking for, you are right. I do not know how this will change my life, but it will be like a weight has been lifted, much like for you. Knowing that the man you were is put behind you, I imagine the weight was lifted.
Nothing would lift the weight of the man I was, though. And he actually tears up when he says that.
You sentimental Italian. That's coming from a Frenchman, right?
Right.
You know what? Actually, he just kind of Bowden looks at you and you're crying and Bowden tears up and he's just like, yes, perhaps we both have some truths to face.
Yes. Indeed. You are a good man. He claps you on the back again. Whack.
Bowden does the same. Very forcefully, not just.
And he's probably Jean's not that big of a guy, so he's just
yeah. And at that he laughs and then just says well, let us hope that if we do find what we want on this island, we can get off of this island.
Indeed. Bonne nuit, Romeo. And he just kind of walks up the boat and he's puffing his pipe.
Yeah. And Bonus just buono, bonne nuit.
And before the grown-ups catch me dropping eaves, I'm going to sneak back downstairs.
Nice.
I think that should be a daring roll.
I think so.
I'll do it.
Okay, do it.
I'm daring up the wazoo. So I am rolling 2 dice.
Yes, you're rolling 2 dice and then adding your daring, and you're trying to hit a 9.
Yep, 9 or higher.
Ooh, no. I did not make it. I rolled bad. I got a 6.
You guys are having this conversation and then there's just the squeak of wood boards. And then
John actually whips his rapier out quicker than you've ever seen. And I don't say you've seen it, Bowden. You haven't, Lark. That sword is in his hand as quick as you possibly, faster than you imagine it's possible. It's this thing's humming in his hand. and you see like kind of like you're looking down it probably because it's like pointed right at your face is this beautiful Damascus steel rapier with like fluted handbasket, very nice cross guard, and on it, as you're looking up, Bowden, you get a better look at it now. There's Latin actually etched on each side of the blade. On one side,
maybe I catch the moonlight on it.
Yeah, you catch the moonlight on it. On one side, it looks older than on the other side, but he's just like.
Lark makes a little squeak and kind of falls backwards, startled by the sudden movement from, I guess, whatever crate or mast she was hiding behind-ish as she was creeping out. And then immediately starts to apologize. She's like, I'm very, very sorry, sir. I didn't mean to listen in on anything. I didn't really hear much.
Yeah, Bowden puts
sword away.
Yeah, Bowden like puts his hand on Gian.
I'm sorry. I have reflexes that I learned in my old life that have not left me. Get up, little one. It is fine.
She stands up. She's a little bit red in the face, like embarrassed that she's been caught eavesdropping.
Bowden actually looks into places where you are not expected.
Bowden actually says, "Perhaps you belong on this ship more than you think you do. You have the makings of a pirate yet."
She just looks embarrassed. So sorry again. Good night. She's gonna run downstairs.
It must be boring for a child on this ship.
I imagine, yes.
Yes. We'll have to. And you know what? Bowden says like, that gives me an idea. And what he does is he walks over to like one of those barrels and like opens it up and like he like transfer like he spends the rest of his like night shift transferring stuff. So there was like obviously like it would be stupid to break a barrel, right? But like he finds basically enough spare wood and just starts whittling something for something for
Mari.
Lark to play with or like occupy her time.
Bowden, like, just before he does that, as Lark goes downstairs, John just says to him, Bowden, where are you going is very dangerous and I might, none of us might do. If it comes to pass that I do not make it off the island, promise me, on your word, she will be taken care of.
Bowden kind of sighs and just goes like, "Yeah, I cannot deny a promise like that, a request like that, can I? Of course, I will not let a child fall victim to anything. But in the end, I will leave it up to her if she wants to stay with the crew." However,
any share of gold I have goes to her.
And he kind of looks and he says like, however, if anybody is going to make it off of that island, if skill is required, and he like looks around at like the few other people like awake doing like that. Like, it's probably only there's probably only like two other guys. Joe. Yeah, and he looks over and he just goes like,
he's just like chewing some hard pack.
We are going to need all of the help we can get. Of course.
No.
Yep.
John heads back down after that.
Okay. So a few weeks go by. Go ahead, Lark.
One thing. The next morning or day, since I had been on deck dropping eaves and, you know, being a child, a curious child, when Maritza and Alana are out of the cabin that we are now all sharing, I want to rifle through some of their things and see if I can find a journal or anything that has paper and take a rubbing to see if I can figure out what Alana wrote.
I was waiting for you. You are Team Chaos through and through. I'm like, what is this character? What is this character?
It wasn't Alana, but it was Mari. Yeah, so Mari was the one who wrote it. Okay. You're taking a rubbing of what they wrote.
That's assuming that she did not rip the paper out first. Obviously, then there would be nothing there. But if it was out of a journal or some kind of bound thing, it's possible that it transferred.
No, I that's very clever. I will say that you they didn't have anything in particular, but the room does have things like books and papers, and you do find one where pages have been written out, one that maybe Mari had been handling. There were several pages actually written out. No, actually no. That morning, there's only one.
Just to engage again with the mechanics, though, I do believe this is something that she could use a fortune point for.
Yeah.
Right? Like it says,
alter the fiction.
Yeah, to alter the fiction. She could easily say, just like, I will spend a fortune point to get a rubbing.
Oh, yeah, I would love to spend a fortune. Fortune points refresh every session?
Yes.
Every session.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Not the one.
So use them. Yeah, exactly.
I would also possibly make an argument that if taking a risk in eavesdropping might earn her a fortune point.
That's true. Well, yeah. Well, like, what are your?
I don't know what her boons
like boons or anything like that. Like if it engages with your character build at all, it might totally get you a fortune point.
Yeah, I don't think so for now.
Okay.
Because it doing so usually puts a complication in your way. You get a fortune point when like something.
It's when it goes wrong.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So I don't think anything has happened for now. Yeah, you spend a fortune point. You easily find the notebook that she was writing on. It is in French.
I am also illiterate, so I cannot read it, but I now have a copy of the message.
But you do have a copy of the message. It is clearly written down. It is in French.
Jess, you should challenge me and actually give it to me in French and see if I can translate it.
Wait, what?
No, okay.
What do you mean?
Like, do you actually know what it would say? Because like I would flex my actual, maybe I still know a little bit of French skills.
Oh, really?
And like if she came to me, you know what I mean? But if you don't have that actually written up, then don't worry about it.
No, I mean I don't have it written out, but I do know generally what it says.
Okay.
Well, what do I do with this message that I can't?
But what do you with this message that you cannot read? Yes, you do find it.
I might be the only Frenchman on this ship.
No, but Jean speaks French.
Oh, okay.
I wonder
this is
if
the language of love, after all.
This is true.
Yes.
How long is the message?
C'est très romantique.
Like how many sentences?
It's actually fairly short. It's only like 3 sentences, and then you can tell that there appears to be some sort of symbolism, like directional thing on it.
Oh, like coordinates or?
Yes, exactly. There is a depiction of a direction to head towards.
Ooh.
There might even, this is day 3, this might even be the 3rd paper.
Oh, I don't like this. I'm falling for the wrong lady. It's a red.
You are, man. She's freaking communicating with the other boat.
This is why she brings people to the island. And then we get jumped.
To Cthulhu.
Yeah. Oh,
Jess is gonna be like, surprise, motherfuckers. Yeah.
Well, not anymore. Now I gotta change it.
Oh no! You shouldn't even have said that.
Yeah.
I'm changing it anyway. I'm just kidding.
What do I do? Shit. I do like this crew. I've been watching them for a little bit. Bowden's fallen for the lady, so maybe not him. I think I'm going to take it to Jean.
I'm going to say if you go looking for him, you will find him. You will find him.
Shirt open.
I'm probably going to take it to him, but I'm going to wait a few days and see if I can catch her sending any more messages. I want to. We've got like 3 weeks of journeying, right? Like we're not.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to it for a bit.
Correct. She does continue to send messages. Correct. She does tend to send messages. They actually kind of line up to when she changes coordinates and things like that for when the boat changes.
So when we like move or compensate for wind or
correct.
Yep. She's and it's in French. I'm going to send you a private message real quick with a question.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. I'm thinking here what Bowden's doing. As the ship carpenter, I think that like I don't have a lot of downtime. I don't spend a lot of time with the Lady Maritza between what she's doing busy with and stuff like that. Like I think that most of my preparations are just for making sure we have enough storage for things that we find and bolts and stuff like that for our ballista. So Bowden's good. Just saying.
Gotcha.
Well, while that private message was going on, I just wanted to feel.
Gotcha.
With Bowden busy.
Yeah, Jean-Marie, the two of you are kind of focused on like practicing, like increasing your skills, right? Alana helps you a little bit. She's quite adept in like measuring angles and drawing circles and things like that. She's quite smart.
I will also teach her if she's up to it, a little bit of the old sword play.
Oh my God, she would love to.
Yeah.
She is not good, but she would love to learn. You get the sense that she did not get, this is like her first time out in the world. So like, she is excited.
Yeah. So I'll lead right into that because this is an opportunity for him to talk about in a safe environment, something he's like literally an expert on. And so he'll teach her some swordplay.
I love see, this is the romantic side of swashbuckling. We're getting like this little.
It's perfect though.
Shit.
It works
Yeah,
right
yeah,
into
it's good. All kinds of, and it's adding stakes for like when things get more. You know what I mean?
Sorry, sending more private message.
Oh boy.
Working some things out.
The secrets. So, okay.
All right. Is there anything that you guys, is there anything you guys would like to do? This might change things.
I think just for the sake of rolling dice, I think Jean should roll something to teach Alana.
Yeah. Why don't we have a scene of him just because he hasn't had some time with her. So we'll have a scene with him with her. So he's just like,
the more suspicion we can or get around these two ladies that aren't ladies.
So he's actually teaching her. He's got the angles drawn on the circle, and he's allowing her to touch like his sword. All right. So he's got it out because he's trying to teach her.
Said
like,
that very strangely.
I knew right away. Like, I knew that this was coming. I knew this was coming the minute I said it. I was like, shit, these assholes are gonna say something. So
only one of us is an asshole here.
Very focused on the grip.
Yes, nice. You know what? I'm clipping that right now. Hold on a minute. All righty.
That's funny.
All right, Christian, go ahead. Continue with what you do with your sword.
He's got his sword, and he's teaching her the proper hold. Because when you if you hold it for fencing, you hold it a certain way that you hold it. And he's like, no, you want to put your thumb over here.
Yeah,
and then you let it rest on your palm like this because the weight,
This is
the wrist
very much
movement.
of it is in your wrist, right? So you'll go up and down
Oh,
the wrist
goodness.
like this.
I took one beginning fencing course. You like hold it.
Let me just
fingers and your thumb here, the support.
Just like this. Yeah.
for when this goes to podcast, it's exactly what you think it looks like.
Anyway, it's like, no, you hold it in my style, hand behind the back, so it's straight out to the opponent, pointing at it.
What is a roll for that? A savvy roll? Maybe knowledge?
Could be melee, because that's exactly what.
Actual sword
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, actual
makes
sword
sense.
fight.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe do savvy plus melee.
That's a good one. Yeah, because it's about knowing and doing. Yeah.
Correct.
And ability to convey the knowing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
With
right.
a -1. Never mind, you still make it.
9.
Okay. I was gonna say because like she's not. You're gonna have to reduce
and
her
we have
ability.
Chris here. We have savvy plus duelist or melee. Yeah, so that's kind of what we did. Yeah.
I also have
perfect.
duelist. I also
Oh,
have
yeah,
Yeah, I
duelist.
was gonna say. I was gonna
So
say you could
in
add.
that
I was
case,
gonna
that would
ask
make
if
it-
you had that
would
in your
make it
careers.
12.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a -1 makes it 11.
11. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. You managed to start teaching her some proper holds that she takes some time, but you guys have some time to travel there.
I would also
and-
like to reiterate the fact, since nobody has fucking asked me what the Latin on my blade says in 2 sessions, that there's Latin engraved on this blade.
Yeah. Well, I thought that's
Let
what
me
we were
just
gonna get
drop
to with the
this massive
moonlight hitting it.
fucking hint again.
Well, I
but
was gonna
nobody
say
ever
the-
asked it.
No.
I thought you were gonna say when the
Nobody
moonlight.
Nobody
and I
gives
saw
a
it.
shit about John and his magical Latin blade.
No, I wanted to know when I saw half of it in the moonlight, but you didn't say it. So
Well,
what
you
is
didn't
it? Say?
ask. He's not going to just go about saying it.
Well, I mean, when you
he
draw
goes
on a
about saying a
child,
lot
I
of
wasn't
things.
about to be like, "Excuse me, can I
What
please
does your
read your
sword
blade?"
say?
You'll
Yes,
just
I
have
want
to
to read
oil
your
your
blade.
sword
please.
in public more often until
I
somebody's like,
suppose
in
I'll
the
just
wrist.
have to keep
just
showing people my
oiling.
sword until someone finally cares.
somebody
Stop
asked.
whipping your sword out, John. Jeez.
Just been giving us these unsolicited sword descriptions.
Unsolicited.
Okay, John. Nobody wants your unsolicited sword flash
Please.
here.
Please talk to me. I showed you my sword. Anyway, I'm sorry, Jess. This is what you get for inviting Amber and having the two of us together.
The scale.
Amber hasn't even done anything, really.
Jess's face
And
right
yet
now.
I've tipped the scales.
God. Oh no. What
So
happened?
you managed to teach her like at least one stance, and she is able to at least learn to hold the sword and jab it if needed.
Very good.
Yeah.
You see.
Oh, she's quite nervous about it, but
No,
she gained some confidence.
Can
She gained
only
some
cut me on
confidence
this
in it.
end. No, you are holding it. You are fine on that.
Oh man.
Well, she's like, that's what I'm worried about.
You would not be able to cut me.
She's like, I don't want to hurt anyone.
Yes.
He's like, you
course.
won't be able to touch me. I'm good.
Right. Yeah, he is. He's like, yeah, don't
It
worry.
touches down.
That's his dance. That's his sword style is him just
This is the hammer pants.
just hammer dancing around the circle.
MC Hammer style.
Actually, no, that's
MC
no, wait,
Hammer
that's
did become a
Bowden.
preacher afterwards.
No, that's
Hey.
Bowden style, hammer style. He just
Oh shit, that's right.
oh.
Okay,
That's how he
still on the
dodges
cuff,
everything
right?
coming
Yeah.
at him. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, we've got a little off the rails in this.
Yes, we have.
I
Well, hey,
will.
prior
After,
commitment. Glad
I
you're
will,
here.
after seeing her send another message or two over the next couple days, approach John.
Okay. Jean is reading the good book.
She's gonna kind of look around, trying to make sure she's not being like nobody else is around here seeing her approach, and she'll like just sort of. Are you in like a common room, like the kitchen or something?
Whatever you want. I could be in my chambers reading. I could be on the deck somewhere reading. Totally up to you. Doesn't make a difference to me.
Chambers is, I think, probably better.
He's
Conversation.
in the chambers. He's feet up on the table, smoking his pipe, sword laying on the table, unwrapped for once.
Just that inscription.
What does it
No,
say?
still,
What
no,
does it say?
still,
What does it
still
say?
in it.
No,
Still
what
in it.
does
No,
it
in
say?
its scabbard, just not wrapped up in his cloth. Yeah.
What does it say though? Can she take a rubbing? Can she take a rubbing of it?
It's like
Take a
quiet
rubbing. Take a rubbing of my
rubbing.
sword.
She
Yeah.
rub it, she rub it.
She is a child. She
That
is
is
a child.
disgusting.
She is
sir.
a child.
Yes.
No.
She does a soft little knock on the door frame.
Come in.
Steps in quickly and kind of looks back and says, sir, I
Please, I am Jean.
interrupt you.
Of course.
I think I should tell you something.
Okay.
Maritza has been, well, there's this bird she calls for sometimes, and she sends messages on it. And one of them said this, and she'll kind of go forward with the little scrap of paper that she had taken the rubbing with.
We just
Oh,
take
and I
it.
love that you're saying this like you're suspicious of it, but I love that you have no idea what it says. It's so good.
It's French, I think. I don't really read.
Really? We will fix that. Let's let me see this first. And he's gonna try to read it.
It basically just says, I am on my way. I have escaped from the Spanish. Stay out of sight. Head towards like coordinate North Star, yada, yada. We'll meet you there.
Interesting. And he says, interesting.
I know there's this ship following us and all, and
I do not believe this is a message to the ship. This is a message to someone she's telling to stay out of sight. Ship is not staying out of sight.
Correct.
So,
we didn't
Correct.
need to be told when we're turning because it can see us.
We'll have to.
It seems like trouble, sir.
It does. You are right to bring this to me. I thank you very much. It is good to know who you are getting into things with, and I would not like to think that Marissa is being dishonest with us.
Well, I wanted you so bad to say who you're getting into bed with, and then like hard cut to Bowden.
Just like,
no, not like that.
Oh, just like
no, not
Wait,
like that.
wait, what?
I was gonna say whittling her something to woo her
I
with,
just
but,
like thought like
But we definitely but the scene
most
definitely
direct
looks
part
like
cut.
he's working his wood for
Oh, geez.
for a gift.
Maybe she doesn't really quite trust us completely, and she has some friends, and they're just to make sure that we don't hurt her.
I would not blame her to not completely trust us. We are a ship of pirates.
Maybe they're not bad guys. Maybe it's just, backup for safety, just in case.
You do not automatically think the worst of people.
Not
like
to be unless you really have to.
Exactly. Yes. It's a terrible thing to kill someone. So, I think perhaps I should talk to her on my own. Which is the dumbest possible thing to do, but this is swashbuckling, so that's what I'm doing. So,
please don't tell her I found the note. I had to look through some of her things, and I'm really not a snoop. I'm really not usually.
He just smiles at you.
Can't wait for that flashback scene of Lark just being a little thief.
Yeah,
and she's like, I'm not like this ever.
Oh no, I'm really usually not like this, sir. Yeah, exactly. So he just smiles at that. He doesn't even reply, and he says, "This is I'm going to ask your aid, because since you are so good at hiding and listening and finding things, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to talk to her by myself. I don't think that we have much to worry about from her, but just in case we do, she might try to do something to me. I do not think she could ever harm me physically, but she might be able to do something else to me."
So cocky.
Like magic.
Exactly. So, I want you to hide as I try to talk to her.
Okay.
And watch, just like you did the other day. And you have done a couple other times. Don't think I haven't seen you.
Looks embarrassed again.
I know how to hide and sneak around. It has aided me in some instances of things that I have done.
I'm just hiding in closets, climbing up windows without your clothes.
Shimmying along narrow ledges to his own bedroom.
Pulling on your pants as you run across a yard.
That's right, exactly. All that sort of stuff. So, I don't want to tell Captain Red yet, because she can be volatile, and I wouldn't want her to fly off the handle.
Right, and she's still recovering, so it's best not to stress her.
Don't want to tell Bowden because, well, there are some reasons that maybe you'll
He's
understand.
in love with her.
Yes. So we'll handle this between the two of us.
All right, I can help you with that.
Excellent. If anything is to happen to me, I want you to tell Red.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I will do that.
We will attempt to find.
Sneaky.
Actually, I'm just going to try to catch her in the act again, like at the nighttime, like send in another thing. That'd be the perfect time to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So both of you make me a daring roll to kind of sneak up on her to catch her.
I'm actually going to use a fortune point on this one to
get an additional die.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now,
you get a bonus die.
do either of you have careers that would benefit you?
I do. I have.
Yes,
I don't know if I can make the
yes,
argument that
yeah.
Don Juan lets me sneak around, but I don't think so. I think that's.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah,
I'm going to say no to Don Juan. Lark, I know you can add your bonus to stuff.
I think I'm going to use a fortune die too.
Okay. Sure.
I'm like looking at the time, like it's almost 9:30. Like I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's a bonus die. So you would roll 3 dice, take the 2 highest.
And you said it was daring?
Gotcha.
Correct. It'll be daring to kind of sneak over to her.
Yeah. 10. Good thing I used that. Yeah.
Shit.
14.
Yeah.
14.
Whoa.
Shit. Okay. So like you kind of disappear into the shadows, into the corner. You are kind of waiting. Usually where she kind of goes by. Jian, you see her kind of as indicated. She heads out onto the night air. She casually strolling, looks like she's getting a breath of fresh air, enjoying. She looks around, looks like she is alone, and does that kind of soft little coo. And a bird yet again flies over. it was always kind of staying nearby. You guys could probably spot it from
It's
time
been
to time.
hiding like in our rigging
Yeah,
and in the
exactly.
rafters and stuff.
So it flies over down to her.
I'm gonna wait till she's attached in the thing. I'm gonna let her do the whole. I'm gonna actually let her do the whole thing.
Yeah, she does the whole thing.
And then as soon as she's done, I'm gonna. I don't think I'm like right next to Lark. I think we're hidden in different places.
Yes,
so
and different. You don't see Lark at all. Actually,
I don't want to be hidden up high, like in the rigging or the crow's nest, just watching down.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
he's
you
like,
don't see Lark
I don't know
at
if
all.
he
You
saw
just
her
hold
climb
hand.
that or not, but if he did, he was very
Probably not.
impressed. But he's gonna do the exact same like pipe lighting thing for dramatic effect that he did before, and just kind of like step out of the shadows and be like,
light comes out in the darkness. Steps
a beautiful
out.
night on the deck, is it not?
Oh yes, very lovely. She kind of steps conveniently to block your view.
He's carrying his sword. He steps out to make sure that she sees that he's got it.
It's beautiful air. I'll never get tired of the fresh air, the openness, freedom.
What's the sword say?
Shut up. Let me show you my sword. Fring. No.
It's quite interesting.
No. So we have been together for some weeks now. Yes.
Yes. That much time has gone by.
Always of the opinion that if people are to engage in or taking part in dangerous activities together, that there should not be any secrets between them. Would you agree with that?
I mean, everyone has their secrets.
Yes. I am just curious, though.
I suppose that you have a lot of secrets as well.
More than you would ever want to know.
I
So
can
I'll
say
tell
the
you
same.
then. Perhaps a secret for a secret.
Secret for a secret.
His secret's going to be what the sword says.
Interesting. You start.
Very well. Who are you sending the pigeons to?
Her eyes kind of sharpen towards you.
He knows that look because he's had a lot of women mad at him in his life.
And they're not mad. They're just like
he's not necessarily afraid of that. But he says, "You do not have to worry. I am just. You have to understand that I have come to feel that the people on the ship are under some measure of my protection, and I would not like them to be betrayed. I do not think you are doing that. I am just checking."
There is a French legion waiting for their gold.
Oh, legion?
Fuck.
I mean, like armada or fleet?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Whatever the water equivalent is.
A fleet.
Yeah, armada or fleet, navy.
Fleet. And we are to guide them to this island.
No.
Very well. You have told me a secret. I will give you one more. One of mine. Quid pro quo, Clarice. Flotilla would be a good one too. Yes. Not tortilla. Flotilla.
I always love the word flotilla. Yeah.
Flotilla. Yeah.
Flotilla is so
or
good.
tortilla, but I don't know.
Yeah,
that
it's a
wouldn't be that
tortilla.
intimidating.
A French tortilla, so a panini. Yeah.
Sacre bleu. Quoi? You just get hit in the face with it.
I don't
even think paninis are French. I don't even know.
Yeah.
No, that would be Italian. Yeah. A baguette.
Yes, baguette.
It's a floating baguette. Shit. A crepe.
Rerolls all around. Thank you, Doc Boyd. I'm probably going to need them. She's going to try to kill me. Yeah.
Ooh. I have to mark that somewhere. I'm definitely going to need it.
Yeah.
I'm getting into trouble.
Now that you know what is waiting out there, will you still go to the island?
Alana, is she really sick?
Yes.
And the island truly will save her?
It
will.
save her or kill her.
Is there a chance it will save her?
It will save her, but she needs to leave.
So the truth of the island's danger isn't. I'm sorry. You were truthful about the island's danger.
Of course. I'm an honest person, no?
Honest, but in league with the French.
I'm in league with whoever will benefit me the most.
And so the gold goes to the French. And what do you get?
Anything I want. What do you need to know?
Just curious. I had thought you more of a person not moved by greed. I think I might have misread. But you asked me if I would go to the island. If it would mean that Alana would be saved, I would do that for you. Yes. My friend Bowden, he is looking for something on that island. I think that I will hope that I would help him find it. Captain Red, however, what she is seeking to find is the gold. So, I ask you, again, why the French, and not yourself?
I have plenty of access to the gold. I could do whatever I want with it.
Doesn't sound like it if you need the French.
What I need is power.
Power to do what?
That's my secret. You have not given me many of yours.
Ask.
What is there to know about you?
I can
What
tell
is it
you
that your
about
heart?
power.
What is it that your heart desires?
I will tell you about power then, if you would like. When I was a young man, my father, he was very wealthy. I was a third son. First son inherits everything. Third son, you hope he either becomes a priest or something else. I was not fit to be a priest. So I was sent away to the court. I went first to France and later on to Spain and spent some time in all the courts there. I learned much about power, much about women, and because I learned about power and women, I had to learn about the sword. I was very good with the sword because I was very good at women and I needed to. And so what I had in my heart, if you ask, was pride and lust. And these things are sins. But they were very light in my heart when I first had them. And I also was very arrogant because I was very good with the sword. I was powerful, you could say. And now, 37 lives later, I look back on anything that I have done in my life, and I found that at the start, that power, it was very, very light. But now, the wages of it, the wages of the sin that I have committed, that is unbearably heavy. So I would warn you. You may think that gold would buy you power, but you might find yourself years from now wishing you had not used it. That is my secret. There is no healing for me on what is on the island. Because everything that I have lost, I gave away myself. I gave my soul away. There's nothing that can give that back to me.
So then what are you doing now? Why do it then?
I just go where I go. I help who I help. One day, I will die. Hopefully, between now and then, I can make amends for all the things that I have done.
Start bringing balance.
I do not know if I can. I fear that it is probably my arrogance that thinks that I can. But as I travel, I find people that I hope to help. Alana is one. Bowden is one. Red. In her own way, she is one. Lark, the girl, she is another one. I would not see bad things happen to these people. I have seen the worst that the world has to offer in many ways. And I will tell you that the things that you are chasing, the road you are on, is not a road you want to walk down. I will keep your secret for now, but I will ask you to think of those things.
Perhaps you will keep me one other.
Yes?
I have done terrible things myself. I have done terrible things to protect this island and protect the secrets of this island. But it has gotten away from me.
The secret of the island has gotten away from you. Two others.
Two others. There are many that come here. There are many that plan to get here.
Then they would most likely die if they do not know how to get off, right?
That is true. But the French hold something that I need. And if you are truthful in your willingness to help people, then perhaps we can help each other.
If you do not tell me what they have, I cannot tell you that I would or not.
I am not alone in carrying this map. I think they have told you that my descendants carry this map as well.
Ah, so there are others that the French have. Okay. The deal is you get the gold, they get them back.
And if I don't get them back, I have another to carry on my name. And she will learn the ways when she is there.
Trust the French to hold up their end of the bargain? I do not need to insult my friend Bowden, but the French, they are not very trustworthy people.
I don't know. But if they make it to the island, then I may never, who knows? I do not know if I can trust them or not.
Well, for now, then, we must think that we can. And if it comes to the fact that we cannot, then we will do what we can to get your family back.
You are a good man.
No, I am not. But I am very good at what I do. Just that what I do is not very nice.
How far are you willing to go?
I would not see injustice inflicted on the world.
What if you did injustice in order to make it right?
I do not know if I am in a position to answer that question yet.
Are you going to tell the others?
For now, I will not. I will believe you for now. And I will ask you this in exchange for me keeping the secret. If it comes to pass that others do not survive on this ship, but you do, be sure that the ones who do are taken care of with this power that you look for.
Say that one more time.
So he said, if it comes to pass that, he's basically asking the same thing that he asked of Bowden. If it comes to pass that
some of us don't
make it back, and you do, and you get this power that you're looking for, make sure you use it to help and look after the others.
Why should I care about your people?
You ask us to go and risk our lives for you.
I didn't ask. I asked if you wanted adventure and gold, and you took it.
Fucking bitch. All right.
I like this lady.
Yeah,
Oof.
I do too. Now you
Yeah,
make
you
me
did
think.
it right, man.
Yeah, now you make me think perhaps I should not keep it a secret.
You naive.
I am.
You child. Talking to this woman, you child.
I think I should just fucking kill her right now, as a matter of fact, is what Christian thinks. But
never mind. That's not out loud. Go ahead.
You're like, touche.
yeah, really, touche. You're giving me much to think of.
She's like, I will go to great lengths.
I can see that. I do not know why they trust you. I do not know that I like you.
You did once.
No, that is Bowden.
Sweet, sweet man.
Too sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Touche.
too sweet. Very well. We will we'll continue this another night.
In a few
I'm
more weeks.
Indeed.
gonna fuck shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Heard all this. I heard all this. My
Yep.
ears absorb everything.
He just leaves.
Okay.
But not he does not turn his back on you when he leaves. He
Yeah.
just kind
He
of like
just walks backwards.
Yeah. And his hands are a little twitchy as he does.
Little bit side
She
face.
turns her back to you, and then she goes and kind of stares at the horizon again, the night horizon.
Power move. Okay.
Whoa.
He goes back to his chambers. Hoping that Lark arrives at some point.
Yep. I will make my way there when it is safe to do so. When
Okay.
Maritza has moved on from the deck. I'll come out of my little hiding place, which is excellent. And I'll make my way back to John's chambers. I'll just kind of like sneak in this time and just eyes wide, like.
She just shuts the door behind her. And she goes, "The woman is a viper."
That was not good. She does not seem very friendly.
She is not. She is not. Now we are in a dangerous position because others here are blinded by what they want.
Do you really think there's magic on the island?
I do not know. I have seen strange things. I have never seen anything I would definitely call magic in my life. Magic is rare, right?
Or the magic
You
I
have
see?
not seen magic,
Yeah.
correct?
Insanely,
yeah.
Okay, all right. So,
You've heard of it.
yeah,
in the
but
wind.
like, right.
Yeah.
So, I have never seen anything I would definitely say is magic.
Sounds like a trap.
It does sound like a trap. But there must be something very valuable here for all these people to be trying to find it. I wish
Maybe the money's real.
that Captain Red didn't have scurvy.
There you go.
Wish Captain Red didn't have the scurvy.
I think I did not give her my word. Bowden, I do not believe will believe me because he sees. I have seen what he sees. I have seen that look in his eyes many, many times before.
What? We've only been hanging out for a little bit.
Yeah,
Come
right.
on.
But
Come on.
He is blinded by
He
something.
did believe you. It would probably
No.
make him so upset he might do something rash.
Correct.
What? Get
You
out
might
of
need
here.
to talk to
Bowden's a
Captain,
hard mother.
Captain
Shut
Red.
your mouth.
He's blinded by the gold that she wants to get off the side.
The gold might actually be real.
It might be, but
If there's a whole flotilla of French ships, they has to be something to pay them.
we would not be able to escape a flotilla, I would doubt. But she deserves to know what she is getting herself into. We will need to talk to her privately and without our guests knowing.
I'll keep an eye on them.
Yes, you are very good at that. Something tells me you are more than a servant.
I'm just curious is all.
Yeah.
just have a curious nature. My mom used to say, got me into trouble a lot.
Yeah, I know what it is. Your nature gets you into trouble. It seems many people on this ship have many secrets.
Grown-up folks are complicated.
Not just the girls. Be extra careful of yourself around them, okay?
I will.
Okay. I'm going to keep a closer eye on Alana, actually, as some time goes by. And I want to make sure, I want to see if she's really sick or if it's like she's in on this shit too. Yeah.
Alana actually, well, you don't even have to make a roll for that. Alana is quite sick. She is coughing from time to time. It seems to be fine. She's starting to cough up blood eventually.
Oh, geez. Okay.
During the travel. Like she is quite sick.
Okay. I'm going to, assuming he continues to teach her swordplay, he's just casually going to just like pump her for information on her grandma. but just like,
Sure.
you know, just like, tell me what you,
Sure.
what have you heard of this island and this magical water? And what does Maritza tell you? Because she is a fascinating woman, so full of secrets.
That is really good. We will
She's
save
got the
that.
consumption.
We will save that for next time.
Yeah, I think we have to because we need
Yes.
Captain Red to continue.
Yeah.
We really
One
do.
thing I need to do before we finish
Sure.
this session,
Yes.
after talking to John, I'm going to use the other half of that scrap of paper that I ripped out to take the rubbing to draw, because I cannot write, a little pictogram of like our ship with a Jolly Roger and then an arrow to a ship flying the English flag and then an arrow to multiple ships flying French flags. I'm going to roll it up, stick it in a motherfucking bottle, find something that I can use as a buoy to attach it to, and toss it overboard for the ship following us, hoping that they will find it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Very sneaky, like hoping nobody sees me.
That's fair. We'll say that we have worked this out already so they know what to look for.
To look for presents.
Yeah. They know what to look for.
What is going on over here? I made an innocent, dumb French guy, and here we are,
And
wrapped up in some...
layers upon layers of deception.
Fucking hell, yeah, man. Fucking Maritza.
All right. So we will save this for next time.
Good
we will
job,
call it there.
Jess.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
The intrigue abounds in this
I don't know.
sesh.
There
You
are
got
lots
John.
of parties
She-
involved,
she-
and I've got too many.
She outsmoothed
This
John.
is awesome.
Got
Yeah, she
too
definitely
many.
outsmoothed John.
She outsmoothed
I've got
John.
too many.
But I think we definitely have 2 sessions left of this, probably.
I think we
I think
definitely
so.
do too.
I think
Yeah,
we have 2
think we do.
sessions.
At
Yeah.
least, yeah, which is awesome.
And I
We
think
haven't even
what
gotten
we
to the weird
did
island.
not even address whatsoever. I'm glad we do because I would feel awful if like Sarah missed a third of the thing.
That's true.
Mhm.
But thank you so much. Chris says this session was honor and intrigue. Thank you, man. That is awesome.
Yes,
Yeah.
the intrigue was abound, and next, like there, I have no doubt there will be some fighting in the future. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
we're gonna get
Yeah,
all that.
I know. I feel bad. We haven't actually gotten to much like actual swashbuckling fighting,
That's
but
fine.
we will.
No, that's fine.
We
This
will.
We
This
will.
was like the foreboding like sea journey where
Yeah,
you
the
find out
intrigue
what
you
everybody
need
else
the
like.
giant
It's the
pool.
yeah,
it's the
Yeah.
intrigue,
Huge
the
part of it.
suspense. It's
Yeah.
like the stakes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you
the
need that
stakes-
context.
And you know what? The stakes are
Yeah.
high, and that was a great scene of finding out what that this is no bueno, and
We are not friends.
His grandma is
You're
not a
not.
simple grandma.
no, and
This
John
grandma
is, like,
is not a walking map.
and
you
John
know
is
what's
like
funny?
completely
Win to
torn
win
because, and the thing, the
and-
great thing is that John is completely torn because he's like he totally gets like, okay, you're doing this for like your family, but then you're like, well, would you do horrible things? And he's like, I kind of already did, and that was a shitty road
Well-
to go down. And
But
yeah,
he did horrible things for himself.
he did.
I will say
Yeah, he
this,
did.
though,
but he doesn't
Bowden-
he does not have an honest answer for that because he's never been in that. He's avoided that situation.
Mhm.
So he probably would, to be honest with you, but we'll have to find out.
Would you
I don't
kill
know.
again?
Yeah.
I don't
His
know
wife-
how much of the
Chris's
truth was
Chris's
in.
wife. My wife just chimed in to Jess write this. You did a great job. There you go, Jess.
Oh, thank
Aw.
you.
You did,
Thanks.
right? You're doing this all on your own, right?
I am, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's getting a little bit more complicated than I anticipated.
That always
That's
happens.
always does
But
it.
But you know,
Yeah.
you know
I
what
know.
you do?
I've
this
got
is-
like 800 parties.
So, but I'll be honest, like when I ran Invisible Sun and I had like, the end piece in play of like, all right, I knew who we were going to fight and I knew kind of the whys. but I didn't know how you were going to do it. And I said this, I had like a couple of different ideas of like what to do.
Yeah.
And then you guys just ran with something awesome. And I'm like, okay, like, so just, always have faith in your players because they'll come up with something that you never thought of and it'll be great.
I mean, I'm excited to see where this goes. You guys were talking about Bowden being like, he's blind by love and all this stuff. And I just want it to be like, he's a hard dude. He's just a hard dude.
Bowden's the one who's just like cracks her in the back of the head with his fucking hammer and kills her.
Honestly, I mean,
maybe.
Yeah, because like, honestly, if he had to choose between the truth and love at his age, that's not a hard thing to choose. He needs the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
search for.
I don't know.
She might have that,
but she also has the truth. Yeah.
But I was gonna say, I don't know who she told less or more of the truth to, Bowden or Jean. Jean, you were sitting there for our whole conversation. Ilana's not her daughter. She kind of inferred to me that she doesn't have family, but then she told you the French have her family.
Yep.
Did she lie to you? Does she not actually have
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Also, and it's also completely in character for Jean to be like, oh, Bowden's like too in love with her. He'll never believe me.
No, of course,
that's like Jean to it. That's like everything that
he's
John
like,
did.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, John's like,
but I mean,
no, squirrel. Here's the next girl I'm in love with. Yeah. So,
well, and what's funny is you said that, and like it's funny because it makes sense for Jean to think that, and then I'm like, well, Bowden wouldn't think that, but at the same time, I have the seeking and obsession, like flaw and trait and stuff like that. So it's like, that's the thing. Is like, yeah, it's only going to get Bowden in trouble no matter what. Not for the reason you think, but I looked more at it and I was like, oh well, regardless, yeah, Bowden is. It's gonna be.
Don't tell Bowden just yet. Yeah.
I'm not going to because it's very typical of John not to.
Captain Red, however, as soon as she recovers from the scurvy.
Yeah, when we get a
feeding her diligently onion soup.
Get her an orange and get her back up on her feet and talk to her about this. One thing we did not address just before we sign off is that tomorrow.
Another thing too. I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say another thing.
Yes.
1 year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's our 1 year anniversary.
Yep. DMs After Dark turn 1 tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes. 1 year ago tomorrow is when we streamed our first Shadows of Estrin session, which is crazy to think about. That it like in one hand, I'm like, it's only been a year.
Yeah, it seems like we've been doing this much longer than we have.
It feels like it. Well, I mean, we did play for a couple months beforehand, but yeah.
But I mean, like, just like honestly, how far we've come just at getting better at like the little bit of technological stuff, but also how we've gotten better at playing together as a group. And then
tens of followers. We have hundreds.
Right.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So
and like podcasts. Yeah.
Yeah. We're at 1 year and we've got plans to obviously just keep getting better and keep doing more. It's exciting times, man.
It is. I mean, it's, this is like tonight was the DM's first. We have the creator of the game that we're playing, like literally in chat with us, which is
joining
awesome.
us, which is awesome.
And that's, I mean, honestly, there's
stayed for the whole thing.
Going to be more of that in the future because we've talked to some other creators who are like, hey, will you play our game?
So insane.
And we're absolutely going to do that with them. And we've also been in touch with some other companies. So it's like now we're starting to talk to like the game companies and the creators, and they're like, it's weird.
And
it's a weird feeling.
Cool.
It's very cool, but it's a weird feeling. Yeah.
We've always said that like our mission statement is to like show people the games out there that they should be playing. You know what I mean? Like there are games for what you want to do. You don't have to use one system and rewrite a ton of rules to make it happen. I'm not going to say what system that is, but there are games out there that you should be playing if you want to tell certain stories. Yeah, GURPS. It's always GURPS. But really, our mission statement has always been that kind of like, we want to show you the games that are out there that are really good for certain things that you might want to explore at the table. And now it's kind of becoming this really cool thing of like, we've been reaching out and, talking to these people. We want to be a group that, it can be trusted to hopefully do well by these indie games and these smaller scale games and get the word out there, get the, share the love.
It's one of the most important things. And the last time we streamed, I forget who said it in chat, but it was the line was like, every time I come here, I learn about a game I didn't know about before. And it's always
that's
a cool
the
game.
Goal right there.
Yeah, and that is absolutely the goal because it's, Drive Through RPG gets like 40% of my paycheck. Divided up amongst, everyone is selling something up there. That and Humble Bundle. But you know, there's so much good stuff out there. There's more games than we could ever play in our lifetime. And every one of them, especially the smaller ones, you know, people work. And Rainey and I know this because we've designed our own games now and we're working on more. People work really, really hard on this. And especially with this game, I mean, the passion shows of what was put into it. You can tell it was an act of love and it comes through when you're playing it because it's just so much fun. I mean, it really captures that essence of what you're trying to. It's got the exact flavor that you're going for with swashbuckling stuff. It really it makes you tell that kind of story. Yeah. You know? That's what a well done game does. And Good Society was a good example of that too. Good Society makes you tell a Jane Austen story.
When you can marry the mechanics and the kind of game you like to get the gameplay you want, right?
Bluebeard's Bride.
Right. Yeah, sure. Actually, I mean, I always think back of Good Society because like the first time we played it wasn't on stream, but I was like, Sarah was like, we're gonna run Good Society, and Troy's like, who's Jane Austen? Right. And
I love that. We will never let him let that down.
Still showed up with a perfect Jane Austen character who told a perfect Jane Austen story because everything was in that game already to make that happen.
Yep.
Yeah, and Bluebeard's Bride is the same thing. Like, I mean, I will never play that game again.
Mechanics reinforce the themes.
But it reinforces. I will. That's just a joke. But
this game
definitely was the hardest session I think we've ever had on stream. But it was still probably one of the most intense. And it made you tell that sort of story and put you in some really, really powerful moments. And this did too. I mean, look at like between last week and this week, these have been two awesome sessions.
And very different. Very different sessions.
Very different sessions, but very awesome, consistent feel, really. I mean,
absolutely.
And next week is only going to be crazier.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks.
Sorry. 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, we'll be back on the 9th.
And also at our 1 year anniversary, the library now has a Glowforge, so prepared for DMs After Dark swag.
Yay.
We're gonna make cool stuff, possibly sending it to loyal viewers.
Yeah. Giveaways with that.
Giveaways with that. We are also working on some shirts. That's right.
Yeah. Stickers. I'm gonna have stickers done very shortly.
Yeah.
Make real cool shit.
Yeah, the Glowforge.
Team Chaos or Team Wholesome keychains.
Those should be good. That would be awesome.
That'd be a good one.
Team Chaos, Team Wholesome.
Yeah.
You know what we do?
Tell who's winning by how many of each are requested.
No, you know what we need to do is we need to make like the best friend necklaces where one half is Team Wholesome and the other half is Team Chaos, and people can.
You can split it. That's
awesome. Anyway, we don't have a Sarah to do
our. Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have Sarah to do a goodbye. I don't know all of our.
I'll take it away.
All right, Rainey's got it.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another session of DMs After Dark, this one with Honor and Intrigue. We are so glad you joined us and hope that you are enjoying all of the silly, crazy things we do. If you like what we do, consider following us on the social medias. You can find us on all of those at DMs After Dark. If you want to contact us directly, you can email us at dmsafterdark@gmail.com. Questions, comments, pirate jokes, your favorite swashbuckling media. Give us some good stuff to explore. Other than that, I
watch
think,
Our Flag Means Death.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, tell us your favorite pirate media. Yeah, that's a good one. And then real quick, just to cut off the progress I've been making on this goodbye. Sunday Meat said, are we getting a 1 year dick joke compilation? No, but I do save all the times we say fuck pre-recording for all of our podcasts. And I believe Sarah has a plan for those. So you may get some kind of ridiculous compilation.
The fuck master cut.
Yeah.
No.
We call it the fuck palation. Anyway, I guess we're not really sorry. I'm a little sorry.
No, we are.
I'm sorry. I'm pretty sorry.
I feel like this is one of our most well-behaved sessions that I have participated in.
That Sarah's.
That's sad. That's sad.
No, this
maybe Society was more well-behaved, but like this was pretty well behaved.
This was pretty good. It was just some minor
dick jokes,
dick jokes. But I mean,
you know what? Until next time. Rubbing. That's something about rubbing.
Stay oily. Stay what?
Stay flashy.
Stay flashy. Oh, good. I was gonna say till next time. Rub it out.
No,
Oh,
dude.
God.
See, now you just
Okay, this is not one of our more well-behaved sessions.
yeah, you just totally just blew that.
Stabbing Team Wholesome in the back. How
I'm
unfair.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just
all
say
right.
stay salty again. It's fine.
Stay salty.
Stay
Stay
salty.
Good
salty.
night,
We'll stick with
everybody.
it.
Could go
Good
with another
night.
one out. But anyway, good night, everyone.
Get your vitamin C.
Yes.
Yeah, avoid the scurv.
Scurv. Don't be like Gummy Joe. Good night,
Oh,
everyone.
jeez. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Poor Gummy Joe.